Let's go. Let's go. I've just woke up, had a little nap, stretch it out. And I went out and got a little delivery, but no, we're here live. We'll get through it. Like and subscribe, you lovely people. Thank you, Shazza. Yeah, all good stuff. Nearly Stevie, nearly. What we're going to talk about, it's all been kicking off. I've been having a right laugh on this YouTube with all dramas. It's great to watch on and not be involved in them. It's just, I mean, Jupes did a great live today. We're playing on Russ, laughing my ass off. It was brilliant today on Jupes. What else have I watched? AY, he's live. I tell you what, right? That protest that AY's filming is decent people, very decent people, and credible, very, very credible. And there's something different about that place he goes, and the people involved. Something different about it. Oh yeah, that's something else as well. It's all my fault. That's reminded me. I've spoke to the troll group, they've seen the message. They've sent a message saying they'd love to come on the panel. Be great to get everything out in the open, discuss what's going on, put questions to them. So yeah, we'll do it. That's what we'll do. And if any, I'm going to speak to Martin, see if he wants to. I'm going to speak to people, and that's what we're going to do. And this all stems from the rumor that I run all these troll groups and I do all this and I do all that. So there you go. And also, just because some of us on here haven't gone out and acted like dickheads, well, that's on us, isn't it, for making that choice? If you have, that's on you for making that choice yourself. I'm getting absolutely sick of it, because there's many auditors which would have loved to have gone and done this and done that and done this, but they realise not to, because sometimes it's a bit scummy, isn't it? There's scummy auditing and then there's not scummy auditing. So if you want to do scummy auditing, then not a lot of people like scummy auditing. I'm getting absolutely sick of it. 3 big ups, get on. I'm getting absolutely sick of it. But what I'm saying is, I'm not going to actually be one of those that has sacrificed going out, film this, film that, film this, and film that, to also accept all those without comment, those that have. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. So, this is what it is. Ubers, what's he saying, Andrew? You don't say for man or his dog because nobody cares. And I won't say. Yes, Ubers. Yeah. Yeah, man, no, I don't know. It's just got absolute jokes. I think, are you mad? You're absolutely mad. So. And also, BB-8 might be got himself in some trouble. I called it last night that there'd be legal implications, community guidelines implications. And I seen a post this morning from JOJ. It says, I've been in touch with police and I've reported it. So that's why it's just not worth it. It's not a free-for-all type of safe environment to say and do what you want online. There's going to be repercussions if you... And also, people should be allowed to go online and interact with people without it getting to threats of violence. They really should. And bringing up personal shit. It's a mad one, isn't it? So that's the YouTube goss. I think there's probably more, actually. I feel like there's been loads. It just says, this is what normal people do. Well, so everyone is entitled to go on YouTube and make content, make videos. Everyone's entitled to do that. And I guess JOJ will feel exactly the same. And they should be left alone to do that. But JOJ also knows what he's doing by prodding at Bear with the molestation order shit, the old stuff, the history. He knows what he's doing as well. But I knew what were going to come. I tried to say to Bear, this is what'll happen. But it's hard with some people to have that discussion because the back gets up so too quickly when I'm not trying to put anyone down whatsoever. Exactly, Bomber. And I could see why he were angry. It were because they're taking piss out of it. They know what they're doing. They're doing it on purpose to deliberately take piss out of him. He's got a short fuse anyways, Bear, and he's improved insanely from how short it used to be. Exactly, Bitty Wilbers. We know where it can go. I know what I'm like when someone pisses you off. So the wind. That's what I was trying to say. Why do I'm like, look, you got to calm this down because it's just not worth it. I knew what were going to come, and the reason it's come right is not because I don't think he's interested in getting in touch with the police. It's just more content, more shit to talk about, more attention, and the rest of it evidenced by his next sentence after saying he's reported it to police and we will continue, we will grow this channel, we will blah, blah, blah. So we've seen that a year ago, that what was the intention. So you can't feed it unless you want to support it. Don't poke the bear. Crazy behaviour. I think the caravan... Yeah, I thought that this morning, Stevie. Di's not blocked in here, is she? Di better not be blocked in here. No, she's not. I'd know. I seen that issue elsewhere where Di were blocked, one blocked, and I put a comment, the Council of Elders have decided, and for those that are new, when I first started, those people involved there, the what I will now refer to as the Council of Elders, were throwing that our way. We were the fucking Council of Elders, controlling this, controlling that. So any opportunity I get to call it out, I'm straight in with, the Council of Elders are at it again. The Burkes have done nothing to try and fix the situation, Smeggleton, neither. They've not tried to reach out, calm things down, just say it like Bear or just leave it. So it was a caravan comment, I think, which I thought, fuck that, yeah. It's got, I know, big ups, I've seen it, and I don't know what it is, but I try, and he's a tough cookie, he's BBA, he's a tough cookie he is. It's all kicked off as well in Liverpool. I didn't even know that were going on. Fred, let me get this right, someone will tell me in chat. Fred I think he's turned up with young Bob, I think that's what's happened, and got assaulted by one of the Antifa lot. Tried it with everyone, Shazza, and it's pointless even trying to say it because they'll go, it's just YouTube, it's just making videos, it's all information that's in public. You can't win, you know what I mean? You can't win it. And then you take it to the next level and they're like, reported. You can't win. You just cannot win. And that we're trying to say, I Sister Bear, the only person that's got up to lose is you. That's it. And if no had have been said, he's in the same position as he is now. Say no. Ice to see you. Good to see you, mate. Fred protected young. I've not watched it. How do I say it? I'll play it now. Who am I best watching it on? I've seen it on Billy Moore. Is Billy Moore captured it? Because I've seen him use it in the title and thumbnail. Oh, mate, what was said about JOJ's mother were absolutely vile. He said something about, I mean, I didn't even know shit passed, but yeah, I was disgusted. I didn't know shit passed. He shouldn't say stuff like that because it's like it's for shock value. But no one's shocked and impressed. It's just more, well, they are shocked, but more shocked you to say that. That's rough, is that Bear? It's rough. Where's the little rat? Is that what he said? The little shit him. Billy Moore has gone straight in on him, what he? He's put him in thumbnail as well. What's that mean, Yogi? There's half a second offer. Half a second offer. Don't know what you mean. Oh, nobody. I think no one's got it. Oh, I've seen the bit where you can't see out. Yeah, I saw that on Dupes. You couldn't see shit on the thing. Is that it? Is that all we've got? Bad, isn't it? It's really bad, and it's like too old. Being we're better than that now. We gotta. Anyway, it is what it is. It is what it is. Isn't it? And I'm hoping to see DP, but I guess he might be travelling because he's been out today. But I've heard rumours. I just when I heard it from the horse's mouth. Yes, Khalid attacked Fred. Nobody has released good footage of it yet. Surely someone must have got something, surely. I saw YouTube were glitching on other channels, but all working good here, eyes, mate. All working good. Everyone were in Liverpool, Jojo. I think it were on when I were in Jukes, I was searching for something. I've seen everyone there. Anyway, why they'd been better over there, wouldn't he? I seen him in Leeds. I don't know if he knew that were going on, but it were chocker. Mrs. Lemon UK, hello. Loads there, were crazy, Joe. The guy ended up with a mark next to his eye, and Fred told Billy how it happened. The one person I wish would just become more of a commentator online and at home is young Bob. He doesn't. It's going to go bad. I seen it in his attitude towards police. The way he was speaking, it's going to get him in trouble. 100%. He take Fred all he wants, but if he don't sort something out, he's going to get hurt. And it's awful to see. I can see it, and the way he talks, it's going to get him in trouble. Bloody hell, Jew haters. Can't be having them. No. Ned's will have probably got it. Is it? Is that how bad it's been getting? They're all just clout chasing off each other then? Is it? Ooh. Let's go, Ubers. And thank Ubers for the memberships. Who won them? Let us know. Who won the memberships? Are you there? Yeah, that's all it is, isn't it? Just taking. It's a mess, mate. It's a mess. Audit the audits. I think this is the admin of one of those groups. Just to confirm, is that you who's commented audit the auditors? And is this the group that used to be called Meet the Tyrants? Because I went over today and it was called this. So I'm thinking it's the same one. One of them must be blocked to you, Bomber. Yes, that's correct. All right, so you have changed your name. I just wanted to ask you a question before, because obviously I've suggested you come on. I think it's a great idea. It'll rub some people up the wrong way. That we don't care. We're not about blind loyalty, and I wouldn't want you to come on the panel and to upset anyone. That's not what it would be about. But I just want to confirm that CP's address is and image and video, home address, photo, and everything else is not plastered all over the page, because I've not seen it. I've gone to find it. It's not there. And that's what I'm being told, that no, it's this page has doxed an address, a thing, and everything else. And I've not seen it. And I'd like to think, you see, that if that is the case, an admin had just removed it, same as if someone had doxed someone in here, an address and a picture had just been removed. So I just wanted to confirm if someone's address and that is on the page or no. Howard, welcome. What's wrong, mate? What's wrong? The address, exactly. Yes. Yeah. Hey, Flora. Hey, Angela, love. Wrong link. Not wrong link, is it? That's what I could see. It wasn't there, and it's just not. And it was put to me last night that it were there, still there, and I could not find it. Could not find it. But let me give it some thought. I want to try and get, because I'd love to have a speak with Marty, for example, or to see if one of the auditors would be willing to come on and talk to you after we've had a chat. I thought that'd be useful as well, and try and make something out of it rather than just be, you know what I mean, for no. It's not there, Shazza, because I knew it wouldn't be, and that's why I've been so frustrated with her, because Joe would have got rid of it anyway. Joe would have just deleted it, yeah. So. And she would. I've got a guest backstage, so someone's been able to join. Oh, we're here now. People are loading in. What you got? Baps for you. What collection you got? I'm not so sure. Ubers, welcome. Are we live?
Hey, how you doing, Society X? Hope you're good.
I'm very good, mate. What time are we on Ubers?
Let me think. It's 8:57 or 9 o'clock.
Okay. Oh, we'll wipe that. We'll get rid of them. Is that Baps for you? Is trolling Babs, right? Okay. We'll sort that. We shall sort that. Right. Let's get another guest on Ubers. We've got the princess in the house.
Hello, it's definitely me.
It's definitely you. Welcome.
Yeah.
How are we doing?
All right, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, spot on. Ubers, what are you saying?
Hey, can I just ask Princess Angela? You have been ignoring me. Is anything wrong, or?
I've not even seen any comments. I'm oblivious to things. I haven't purposely ignored you, Ubers. No, sorry.
Oh, good.
I've not
I'm glad
I've never done that.
I'm just glad that we're in a good place. That's good.
Absolutely, yeah. I'll never ignore anyone. Not.
I know, yeah.
You're good. Welcome everyone just joining the chat as well. Gamer, I've got Gamer backstage, but I just don't think it's a good idea. The last time you were trying to influence Ubers, telling him we were doing all this donating and trying to, affect my donations and all this shit. So go and crack on. Enough being took for a mug round here, so no.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? It puts people off.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's my money. I don't see why I should have to answer to Gamer or anybody else, to be perfectly honest with you. What I do with my money, it's it's ridiculous.
Yeah, we don't need him. Exactly, Bomber. Keep me in check, Bomber, because I can get too much of a sucker sometimes. It's even when I'm aware of it, I still do it. And
I'm trying.
Yeah, he says fair enough. He were just coming to say the anti-face was not me. I mean, I know it's not me, and everyone knows it's not me, mate. It's just, and it's a shame it's got like this with Gamer, because it's the same situation with him with CP, because I've got to show you this clip. Ubers, you're gonna laugh at this one. Right? How do I find it?
Yes.
I only just found it today, and it's someone's clip CP. I could not believe it. Right, so it's all right. I found it. Someone had clipped it on another channel, and it was saying, CP reports that she won't go back at Society X unless he says sorry. Right, for fucking what? So I could see this. I've not seen it, right? So it's obviously week old, but I've got to share this. But this is just to show how perceptions can be so different. And it's the same with, I felt the same way with Gamer, but this is absolutely belting this. And it makes me think, I don't wish her any bad, and I mean, don't be expecting no apology, my CP, but absolutely crazy behaviour.
Until he apologises to me for how he treated me, I will not go back on his panel. So no. And it has to be a public apology.
Public apology! Public apology! Someone says to her in the chat, look for the comment. It says, how you and Jamie sorted things.
Until he apologises to me for how he treated me, I will not go back on his panel. So no.
No.
and it has to be a public apology.
That's absolute brilliant. Oh, Angela.
Well, listen, Society X, as I said to you the other night,
Mhm.
if it only was a 4 hour, 4 hours, you know what I mean, debacle, calling me every name under the sun on Gypsy Dave's with Brutal Betty and Gypsy Dave, then you probably could have something to, worry about. But
Yeah.
like, come on, like who does a 4 hour live? Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like with me as the main,
Oh, has that happened?
antagonist.
What, you were being discussed for 4 hours, was you? I saw it for
4
about 10.
hours, Society X. 4
Wow.
hours.
Wow.
Imagine that.
What do the Council of Elders have to say? All positive, I
Well,
guess.
Excuse me.
of course they were until Brutal Betty fell out with them and sided with Spunkfish, who is here in, I can't say occupied. Well, I won't say occupied Fermanagh, but in
Yeah.
Fermanagh.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous. How quickly they change. How quickly they change.
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. On a whim,
Do you know what I mean?
on a whim like that. I mean, it takes a lot for me to split on someone. Yeah, but you see it a lot. You do see it a lot. Council of Elders and Team Wow. I don't think that's the same thing, is it? I don't think so. For me, the Council of Elders is just a laugh, and it's Dejected Tomato, Michelle C, Beyonce Wilder.
Well, to be fair, now I want to, I don't find Dejected Tomato that bad, to be
none of
honest.
them are bad. None of them are bad. It's just a laugh.
You know what I mean?
They're not bad at all.
And so I won't go against him, and but there are certain people that are just, it's just the hypocrisy is just mind blowing.
Yeah, it's just two-tier. That's what it is, and it's just the human way. It's
Of course it is. Of course it is. And do you know what I mean? Like, they will even admit it themselves. Do you know what I mean? Like, what they're doing is two-tier. There's no way that Gypsy Dave is an Irish gypsy. There's no way. I think he said that he was a Romanian gypsy. So that's grand. Look at, if you're a Romanian gypsy, and but stop putting up Irish flags and pretending that you believe in what the Irish are doing, because it's simply not true.
I have seen a lot of people show a lot of, love towards Ireland. Big up the Irish, big up the Irish, big up the Irish. You see it a lot, don't you, Ubers? It's very weird. It's very weird.
But they're not, but they don't actually live here, Society X. So it's easy to say that. You know what I mean? It's easy to say, big up the Irish, and not actually live here, not actually pay taxes. Anywhere.
You've said it there though, because you do pay UK taxes, don't you?
Well, we'll move on from that.
Yeah, we'll move on from that one. Yeah. Flora has been demodded as well. I think, Angela, that's rough, isn't it? That says a lot. That says a lot.
Yeah. In TPs?
Yeah, that tells you a lot, doesn't it?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And one of the nicest women here. And and when there's only been one person in CP's corner, it's been Flora. Many times.
Absolutely, I agree.
It also supports and I'll say it again, wouldn't know a good thing if it jumped up and slapped you in the face. Same thing.
Can I ask Princess Angela a little bit about PD, and is that ever gonna come to an end, or I would love to see that a resolution to that.
I personally have got, it's in the past for me, and just, it is whatever in it. I just couldn't give two flying. f's about anything anymore. Everything's in the past. and
Because
that's-
Tyrone did mention that Society X. That and I think that that's why Princess Angela has been ignoring me. But can I address that if that's okay?
You'll have to fill me in 'cause I don't know what you're on about. Said what?
So PD came on my channel a couple of days ago, and
yeah.
I think that and I Tyrone spotted it, and
Right.
I think that's why Angela is not talking to me now.
What do you mean?
I'm still not following. No.
Well, can you tell Angela? Can you tell Society X a little bit about PD? He's Irish, by the way. Society X.
Yeah, I remember it from the original days. Yeah. Not much to say, is there? I don't know.
Child, yeah. Well, adult child. But it's called. Yeah, no, I don't know what you want me to say, Ubers. He came on your channel, didn't he? Wasn't it?
Yes, and Tyrone mentioned it because you see there is a lot of slide going on. Do you know what I mean? They will always mention that Princess Angela. You know what I mean? But they won't mention what happened in Stradley Park. But they will mention, anybody that comes on my channel.
But do you know why Tyrone gets so frustrated over that Stradley? Because it's dangerous talk, and he did know, and it's obvious that they didn't go around to try and burn down an hotel, you see. So he's kind of like, come on, Ubers, give it a rest. There's no way in a million years we all colluded to go and, do that, do arson. But so when he hears that, I can see why he would get frustrated. Do you know what I mean?
No, but like I have no problem with Tyrone. I go into his channel. So like I wouldn't go in there if I thought he was burning down a place.
That's what I mean.
I just think that I'm just highlighting what happened in Stradley Park. There's nothing wrong with saying that Tyrone was there, and which he was. Do you know what I mean? It's not like I'm lying.
I know. I remember when
he was in Stradley Park.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the people that went there, and do you know what I mean? It's not like I dislike Binksy or Michelle. I have no problem with them at all.
But I think if maybe they'd have been friends or a lot closer, maybe you might not have picked up on it as much, because it's kind of it's the same thing that we want to try and avoid. I think it's like making it out.
We know what happened. We know what happened to Stradley Park. You know what I mean? It's not like it.
Well, some see it as a real positive, but some will say, well, it was a success because the shipped the.
Well, how was it a success when it was? Like what happened to it was.
Oh yeah. It were didn't it? Well, I don't. Did someone try and commit arson? Someone did do that?
No. What they did is they turned on the water. So like that's why I don't know why people are saying about a can or anything like that. It was drenched. Basically,
it was turning into something that it wasn't it? And I could see why.
Yeah, but where were the people that wanted to go all over England and do the same?
Yeah. The police reported arson attempts. Yeah, they did report arson. Definitely, there was some arson attempt going on down there, and I think them guys got wrapped up in it and got pulled on the road.
Yeah, but like you have to admit that the Stradley Park, was who brought it to our attention?
Well, it were all
Would
of it.
You have heard of it?
The first, and there's I mean, it's happening even more so now. Ubers, like Westfields, the army barracks and the RAF barracks. It seems to be.
So I'm not claiming to say that you know what I mean, that people should know about Fermanagh because of me, but people probably do associate me with Fermanagh.
Never heard
way
of a
more
man.
so than anybody else.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like, so
Based well-
all I'm saying is that, yeah, you know, who would have heard of Stradley Park? You certainly wouldn't have Society X.
What were your big? But what's the issue with it now? And I don't get it now, though. Do you know what I mean? It's like, once
But
we
there's no issue. They're trying to move on. They're trying to say that it never happened. It's like
Well, it
me saying that
didn't happen
Fermanagh
because-
was never occupied.
Yeah, but if you turned up
can I-
protesting for Manor and someone,
Well, can I ask you then, like in the interest of fairness, to play Jerry Adams of what happened in the High Court in London?
probably
But you
best
probably
not.
won't.
You're probably right. You're
Well,
probably
why
right.
not? Like, why not?
Only because it's a Saturday night.
Why not? Like, but because it's fair.
Well, no,
Jerry
not because
Adams. Well, the people that accused him of being a terrorist were proven wrong.
Well,
You know what I mean?
but that's got nothing to do with Stradley Park and
But you-
Tyrone.
Well, it kind of is. It kind of is. Like, why won't you play that?
Because it's Saturday night and I'm just conscious of wanting us to have I just don't want it to get boring. Why don't you sum it up for people? If you want them to know, I'm happy for them to know what's being said.
Oh,
But
okay,
listen,
I will tell you. I will tell you that Jerry Adams, the people that tried to portray him as something that he wasn't, had to back down in the High Court in London.
you
But
know
you
that
won't show that. But you won't show that.
I know,
Like, at all, will
I
you?
actually, I will actually, yes, because
Well, hopefully you will.
yeah, I will right
Right.
now
Okay.
because it opens up debate. Because actually, this is to do with whether people are wanting reparations. That they're wanting some compensation for being caught up in the IRA bombs. Isn't that right?
Of course, yeah. And like he's been
He's
proven.
denying that he was involved when I think there's ample evidence that he absolutely was. Is that true?
Well, like let the people decide. Society X, play it. And like that's all I'm asking.
Yeah.
I'm not asking you
I'll
to
find it. I'll play it. What's it? What do I
believe
say?
me.
What is it today?
I'm not asking you to believe me about where I come from. I'm asking you to show what happened in the High Court
Let's
with
have a-
Jerry Adams, and hopefully you will.
Can I
Jerry
just,
Adams. Go on, Angela.
wasn't
jump
he
in.
part of the IRA, Jerry Adams? Have I got that wrong?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
But there you go. Like
Maybe-
like even Princess Angela is saying something that isn't true.
Well, that's what's up in debate because everyone seems to think he is and highly
But-
involved.
I'm sure
And
he's
he's saying
part of
that-
it, yeah.
Then
Part of
can
it,
I
I'm
just
sure.
ask you again? Show what happened in the High Court.
Let's see what
With the
happened in the
left-
High Court. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. We've got Jerry
It's
Adams here.
not
Righty. Because I have seen this story and it is current, and I think they're going, nah, I wasn't involved. But is that true? Ubers, is it? I didn't know. I thought he were right involved, wanting to. So who were involved? If it wasn't
Do
Jerry Adams,
you believe the High Court or do you believe Princess Angela?
I wouldn't base my judgment on whether
show
Jerry
what
Adams was
happened.
involved in the IRA
Show
or
what
not.
happened, Society Act, please.
Right, we got it. But I'm not sure I need to see this to know whether Jerry Adams were involved in that or not. I mean, he's
But just
well. I mean, we could. Why don't we search for all of Jerry Adams' speeches, and it'll prove beyond doubt he was.
let's
Jerry
listen to this
Adams
part.
has welcomed the end of a damages claim against him by 3 victims of IRA bombings, saying the case should never have been brought. John Clark, Jonathan Ganish and Barry Laycock were injured in attacks in England in the 1970s and 1990s. They had alleged that Mr. Adams was a leading member of the Provisional IRA at the time. Today, they dropped their claim.
Jerry Adams left the Royal Court of Justice in London yesterday, expecting his trial to conclude in his absence today, with judgment reserved for several weeks. But at 10:30 this morning, a barrister for the 3 claimants told the judge there had been developments overnight and requested an adjournment. When it resumed at noon, Anne Studd KC announced that the case was being discontinued. It's believed the decision was motivated by a fear that the judge would rule in favour of lawyers for Jerry Adams, who argued that the case was an abuse of process. Their argument was effectively that the claim for damages was just a smokescreen, and that the real reason for taking this legal action was to get a court to rule on whether Gerry Adams had been a member of the IRA. They said that was an abuse of the legal process. Lawyers for the claim.
So what's happened is they're saying we're not going to rule because it's disingenuous, and it's. I mean, it's not saying.
I think it's pretty clear. You know what I mean?
Well, you're
what
saying he's not a
happened?
member of the IRA, then? Is that what you think? And have you always thought that?
Well, what I'm saying is what the court has said.
Yeah, but have you always thought up until this
No,
court
no. What I'm saying is that you were wrong to say when I went to Warren Point, and
Yeah.
you are wrong here again.
Okay. I mean, I've not said out to be wrong about.
Well, like it's clear that he was found. Like, let's listen to it.
But it's not clear.
that wasn't what it was found, was it? It was the fact that the case
The summary states that they haven't said no, he wasn't a member. They're saying this application, we
Well,
believe.
why would they discontinue their?
Sure,
you
for
know.
political. I mean, I would say it looks like a
No,
political
that's not true.
because it would be
That's
a very
not true.
But everyone and the mothers knows that he were involved with IRA, don't they?
But why don't you say that then? And
Well, I do. I know
let's
that.
go to
Everyone
court
knows that.
and
Everyone-
let's.
Every single person knows Gerry Adams was right up there at the top of the pack of within the IRA because he said it himself. He used to speak loud and proud.
He did.
No, he didn't.
He
He did, of
Like
course he did. And
listen,
this was
listen to what he
only
said.
the case
Listen
regarding
to
the
what he
comments. It wasn't about
said.
the whole thing, was it?
Listen to what he says.
I mean, I'll finish this video, but I think we've got the summary.
Claimants are said to have feared that a ruling that the case was an abusive process could endanger an earlier ruling that the three men would not have to pay Gerry Adams' legal costs, which are believed to be worth £200,000. Back in Belfast, the former Sinn Féin leader, who insisted throughout the trial that he'd never been a member of the IRA, welcomed the decision and questioned the motivation for the
He said he'd never
who
been a member.
insisted throughout the trial that he'd never been a member of the IRA.
Well, I mean,
Well,
he says. Well,
well,
I mean, I guess
you know what I mean? Like that's
you
what he
believe him.
says.
You believe him, or you think he's saying that so he don't get found guilty?
Listen to what he says.
Well, I know, but I hear a lot of what people say. Ubbers, right? We've got some guests. Jukes, is that you? Love?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
1,
Ubers,
2,
what
3,
are you
4. Hang
lying
on.
for? What are you lying for?
My line for?
I'm not blind at all. I'm asking to listen to what he says.
Let me
Let's
ask you
listen.
something. How do you
Jupiter,
know?
let's
Hold
listen
on,
to
hold
what
on,
he says.
Ubers. Okay, Ubers. How do you know who Gerry Adams is?
Listen to what he says first.
1 minute, right?
What was he world famous for? How did he get infamy?
IRA.
But listen, Jupiter.
What are you laughing? What are
like,
you laughing for? It's a very serious matter.
no, listen to what he says. I'm
You
Irish
know-
as well. I'm Irish.
I am listening to what he said, but I
Oh,
also
Irish
listened
one, it's
to
not-
what he said
Can-
fucking 20
why
or
not
30
listen
years
to
ago.
what he says?
We are
Go on
doing.
then. Let's listen to his shit excuse. Go on.
Go on, then. I mean, I think that's hilarious when he said throughout the whole trial, he said he was never a member of the IRA.
Welcomed the decision and questioned the motivation for the case.
He wasn't in the
At
army.
times it verges upon
Gerry Adams.
a show trial. Anonymous secret agents of the British state hiding behind a screen. I said at the beginning of the trial, I clearly was unorthodox.
Stuttering a bit there, Ubers, innit? Roy, you there?
Good evening, ladies and gentle people. It's 21:22 in the house.
Thank you,
And
Roy.
Yes,
Yes, Roy's
Hope
learned
you
to
guys-
tell the time.
Good evening. Yeah, I fucking only just worked it out, fucking Dukes. I was like fucking. I
We
was
we
like looking
supposed
at
to,
the sun dial.
Roy.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Interesting
pop
comment
my
from
horn.
D-Wit. Interesting.
Oh, listen,
Yeah.
Ubers. You know I'm Irish, right? You know, I'm my
Where
Irish.
were you?
heritage.
Irish party? We had a party the other day. We only had one Irish person here.
Oh, I was busy. I was out with my daughter on St Patrick's Day, my friend.
Gerry Adams and always denied being in the IRA, says Mr. DeWitt. But IRA members have recorded their testimony known as the Belfast Project often called the Boston College tapes, saying
Well,
different. Apparently, these tapes are secret until they die.
Well, I was living in Dublin in 1982, and Jerry Adams was the leader of the IRA.
Oh, hang on, that is some evidence there.
Yeah.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
And way
Jerry
back,
Adams
and before then, we're
literally
going way back.
just
Before
told
then,
everybody, and I believe them.
come on, Ubers, I respect you, bro. You know, if you're, you know, come on, man.
Oh,
You know, the game's up. The game's up, bro. The game is up for the IRA and Sinn Féin. They're fucked up. They fucked up big time.
this was just a money game anyway. When it's like someone's tried to get some compensation,
Yeah.
he's gone and said, "I want you to remember, so you can't get paid." And the politics are like, "Yeah, we'll get rid of that one," and that seems to be it, doesn't it?
Basically, it's really out of order because what they've done is inverted the justice system again. Because if you couldn't,
Exactly that.
if you couldn't make a case in the normal criminal courts, you was allowed to take civil action. And basically, they're saying we can't take civil action.
Can we listen to the
because
rest
it
of
will
what
lead
Jerry
to a
Adams
criminal
said?
action. But that's none of the
Can
judge's
we
business.
listen to what
honest.
Jerry Adams actually said?
That's why they've got terrified and gone, "Oh no, this could open a right
The
floodgate."
judge has thought about their own
this
career
is-
first.
This
yeah.
is a kangaroo court. Let's listen to Jerry Adams.
Hey, we can keep playing it, Ubers, but it won't change the fact that this guy is bullshitting about whether he
Let's
was being
listen
involved
to
in
what he
IRA.
said.
And strategically
Let's listen to what he says.
important political case taken for that purpose. I don't fault the claimants for that. I think they were badly advised. I think they were badly advised from the very beginning.
During the trial, lawyers for Jerry Adams said the case against him was based purely on an assortment of hearsay evidence.
Yeah.
In a statement, solicitors for the claimants said they considered it a significant and legitimate attempt towards establishing the truth about responsibility for events during the Troubles.
And our Northern editor, Vincent Kearney, joins us now from Belfast. And Vincent, there were 8 days of evidence. In the end, many were caught by surprise with how this trial actually ended.
Indeed they were, Tommy, and it was a surprise. I mean, Jerry Adams himself had been in court for all 8 days of that evidence. He himself spent almost 10 hours in the witness box on 2 of those days. He left London last night. He flew back to Belfast. He and his legal team expected today, the barrister for the claimants, to finish her closing submissions and for the judge to then say he would return with his ruling in several weeks' time. As we know now, that won't happen. And there was a noticeable change of mood yesterday afternoon in the courtroom, it has to be said, indications that perhaps the claimant's case could be in jeopardy. Lawyers for Jerry Adams had said the case should fail for 3 reasons. Firstly, they said there's no credible evidence, no first-hand evidence that Jerry Adams had ever been a member of the IRA. They said the case was built on an assortment of hearsay. Secondly, they said the case should fail because of the length of time taken to bring this claim.
Right there.
Legislation in England says that damages claims should be brought.
You can see why it's difficult to prove in
Right. Denying membership of the IRA, that is the ultimate. That is the ultimate discipline, man. If you deny being a member of the IRA, that is a fucking death penalty, bro. You're gonna get your fucking head blown off for
That's
that.
what we were talking about, why they've all fallen out with him for denying
I'm
it.
telling you, look, I grew up in the 70s and 80s in Ireland, and I know how all this runs. This is all bollocks, man. You know, he's denying being affiliated with the IRA, Sinn Féin. He's full of shit. He's lost his bottle now. He's playing the fucking the legal game to try and get out of it. You know.
Can I tell you, all they wanted to seek
Fucking
was a
own up
pound.
to it, you mug.
They just wanted to seek a pound in damages. That was all they wanted.
A pound in
pardon?
Yeah,
Don't you think they
symbolic.
deserved it?
What are you talking about?
Well, yeah, I mean, of course, everyone who's been caught up in that should be compensated, but I think there's the court may be right to look at that and think, is there more to this? And
There's a lot more to it, Jamie. This is fucking good news, mate. And people don't know because they forgot. I mean, who fucking remembers that shit? Not a lot of people.
we had nail bombs going off on this country, actual bombs in.
Bro, I lived it. I see it every fucking day, man. It was amazing. I say amazing, not in a jovial way, but
outside the army recruiting place in Derby, a guy
I'm
was
telling you now.
created.
See that guy we're talking about right now. He was the leader of the IRA, and that's a fact. And if he's denying that,
I wonder what AI says. What was
let's go and talk to AI.
AI? What did Jerry Adams lead?
Yeah,
Jerry
the IRA. But you see where they were stupid. You are right, though, Angela, because what you're saying is that they only asked the cost of £1, which gave away their game, didn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like, but it opens.
I think that it was in the sense of like it's. I wasn't talking. Was that then? Yeah. So anyway, it was just so it was a balance of probabilities. So therefore, if they were to be seeking £1, then therefore it gives them more weight for the criminal case and for them to see justice. I think it is.
It was a case of they wanted to guilt. They wanted.
Listen, can I interject there? What part of Jerry Adams was found not guilty? Do you not understand?
Well, yeah, but this is.
He hasn't been found not guilty, though.
No, he's not. They've said that they can't deal with it because they think that it's about trying to get evidence that he was a member on record, not actually about getting the compensation that the court has been told they're seeking. And I guess if it's only £1, that adds weight to it. But what people are confused here is, Ubers, is that you're linking this civil case and a financial money claim to whether or not he was involved in the terror.
Yeah, but he wasn't involved. Like, so no matter how hard you try and make him involved, it doesn't work.
He wasn't involved in any terror. He wasn't involved in any terror activity. He wasn't involved in any terror activity, but he was the leader of the organization at that time.
But prove it, Roy.
Well, all right. Let me
how can we prove it?
Fall out over this.
Let me jump in because Ubers, it's important that nobody falls out because we'll just not do the debate if we can't do it.
Exactly, Ubers. Relax, bro. Relax, brother.
Wendy would like the link, please. Society X.
Have I got space? Yes. Just reading. Just a question for you, Ubers. Who led the Nationalist Party, Sinn Féin, more specifically for 34 years from 1983 to 2018?
Yep.
But there is a big difference between leading and believing. Like, you're not even going to let me talk. There is a difference between leading and believing in Irish nationalism and terrorism. There is a big difference.
You know he was a leader. You know that, man. Come on.
No, but there is
I'm Irish. I'm an Irish guy. I'm fucking being honest.
Believing in, Irish nationalism.
No, he was the leader in 1972 in fucking Belfast. He was the leader. He fucking led the fucking peace march.
And we should have peace. It should always be peaceful.
Are you telling me that I shouldn't believe?
Ubers, you are the first.
I should believe that Ireland should be free from occupation.
Yes, I believe
you know what I mean? It doesn't mean that I'm gonna bomb you everywhere. You know what I mean?
Exactly, and England should be free from terrorism as well. It should be.
We should all be free from any kind of terrorism.
I'm not going to.
Come on, Ubers, man. You're a good guy, man. You're a good Irish man. You're a good Irish man.
I believe that the Irish should be left alone and should be.
I agree. I agree with you 100%.
That doesn't mean that I'm going to go to London
the argument
or anywhere else.
Was he the leader of the IRA at that time? And yes, he was.
Yes, thank you. And we've got that result.
And I'm Irish. I'm fucking 100% Irish. I'm not English. I'm 100% fucking Celtic. All my lineage is Celtic. I know the truth, and I'm just being honest. Ubers, I love you to bits, man.
You don't.
All right, relax, man. Right, Ubers, how do we move forward from this? Because we needed a Good Friday agreement for a reason, and we needed that agreement because it was so difficult.
What we need to do.
No. We don't have no power to overrule the Good Friday agreement, mate. We can't do that.
Can I talk? No, what we first of all need to do is we need to allow Ubers to post a video of Warren Point without it being tied to. You know what I mean? Anything that happened 30 years earlier. That just because I go to Warren Point in 2025, 2026 doesn't mean that it's tied to anything. what
It's getting a bit
happened.
shouty. I don't
And
want to
what's wrong is to blame me for anything that happened before that.
No one's blaming you,
Who's
Ubers, man.
blaming
Of
For
course
you?
fuck's
they
sake.
did.
Come on,
Of course
Ubers.
they
Ubers,
did.
brother.
They
I'm
were
blaming you
trying
for
to
getting
tie me. They were trying to tie me into what
That's
happened
bollocks,
in
man.
Warren Point simply because
Who
I
was?
went there.
Right. Well, Warren
Yeah,
Point.
that's bollocks,
And
man.
you know
Well, that's
you
a
Ubers,
bit
did.
that's bollocks.
suspicious.
You
I've
know
got to be
you did,
honest.
Society X. Come
Oh
on.
my God, are you out of your mind? This is not true.
Come
This
on,
is not
Ubers, man. Chill, bro. Come on,
this-
man.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute, though. It's a bit suspicious, Ubers. What are you going Warren Point for?
But why shouldn't I go to Warren Point?
He was accused of being involved, that's all.
Yeah,
But why
but
shouldn't I go to Warren Point, Jupiter?
No,
I
don't get
wanna know what
personal
you-
now.
what your
Come on,
Well,
calm
motivation
down,
was for
tell
going
me
Duke.
why
there.
I shouldn't go to Warren Point.
We're going to
No,
move
you
on
should-
from this.
you
It's getting
should be
But
going
crazy.
to
I
Warren
still
Point.
haven't heard a reason why I shouldn't go to Warren Point.
No, you should go to
or
Warren Point
tell
at any
you
time you
about
want.
Warren Point.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
No.
happy to say big up
Why,
Warren
No
why
Point.
one's
shouldn't I
arguing
go to
about
Warren
that.
Wendy's
Point?
backstage,
Is there
guys.
anything
Wendy's
wrong with me
backstage.
going
No, there's
there?
nothing wrong with going to
There's
Warren Point.
nothing
You
wrong
have
with me
every
going
right
there.
as an Irishman to go to Warren Point
Exactly, exactly.
100%, and no one's disputing that, Ubers.
That's not
Maybe
what,
it's my
no,
man for
no,
a reason.
that's not what happened. That's not what
People will
happened.
not.
Come
People
on,
do
it
not
was
want to
turned
see
into something it shouldn't have
David,
been
stop
turned
arguing.
into.
Order! Stop it now, or I'm going to have to just remove people.
I'm
It's
muting.
getting ridiculous. It's all right to show Warren Point, but if people feel people are gloating about the death of innocent soldiers, no, they're not going to be
Who
happy.
gloated though? Who
Well,
gloated?
that's what the chat said.
Well,
not
I
me.
didn't. I
Who
didn't.
gloated?
Well, that's
Vega
what the-
did. Vega
Yeah.
brought it up and he turned it into something that it shouldn't have never meant to be.
Right. Well, that's not happening now because now 1 minute we were talking about Sinn Féin and whether Jerry Adams was leader, which we all knew he was. Then we went on to Warren Point. Then I tried to bring in the Good Friday Agreement to show how complex the situation is. And when you don't appreciate how complex it is, you disregard all the views of the fellow people you live with on the island of Ireland. There's a lot of people that don't share your same view. So that's why you've had a Good Friday Agreement. And what we need is for people who disagree on that argument to come together.
Hang on a second. Hang on a
That's
second.
no point of
Who
an
said
agreement.
I didn't? Who said I disregard the people on the island?
Wendy's in the back.
Yeah, well, I'm saying it disregards it if you're saying it's occupied and we need to do this and we need to do that because it's dismissing the agreement that the people have made. We had a Good Friday Agreement to try and bring peace. So if people are now going on about it still after, then it's kind of like putting mud on that agreement and it makes it difficult.
So, are you telling me that, like, honestly, Jamie, I tell you now, the vast majority of people in Fermanagh that I know refer to it as occupied Fermanagh. Am I wrong to? Am I wrong to say that?
I've never
It's,
been.
it's not Spunkfish that has come here from Burnley. That is, yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm telling you, the vast majority of people refer to Fermanagh as occupied. And it's not Arlene Foster or anybody else. Yeah, do you know what I mean? That's the way that they...
The point is, though, why would we have needed a Good Friday Agreement if everyone agreed with you?
Of course I'm not, Jupiter. Are you, what? What did you say again? Just, can I ask Jupiter what you said again?
I said, are you a terrorist sympathiser?
Of course you know I'm not. That's ridiculous to say.
I'm glad we've got that resolved. Bloody hell.
Unbelievable.
Wendy's in the back. Jamie, Wendy's in back.
I gotta love. I'm bringing it on now. But when does it end? When does it end? Because you're not going to get another Good Friday Agreement. It's already been made.
No, but I'm saying you don't understand the history of Ireland. That's what I'm saying to you.
I don't understand all the.
I'm going to drop this off now. We're going to bring Wendy on. Let's. I don't know why you have a pop at all us and stuff. What we're supposed to do?
That's my fault.
I'm blaming Angela.
Hello.
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 Hi, Brent.
Hi, Dupes. I've come on to help the situation.
Are we back on, Roy?
Yeah.
Yes, we are back.
Yeah. Go ahead, Wendy.
Yeah, Jerry Adams was the leader of Sinn Féin. He was also he also ordered I don't know if you've heard of the people that are called the missing. They're called the missing, right? He also ordered the death of a mother of 7.
Jesus.
Who lived in Belfast in the Divis flats. He ordered her death.
Are we getting this? Hang on, because I don't want to just blast out a load of facts.
Yeah, you got to be careful what you're saying here, bro.
He was literally found innocent of
These
this.
are facts. These
When
are
you say
actual
this,
facts.
Wendy, were you there?
You got to be careful what you're saying, Wendy. Be careful.
I don't have to be careful what I'm saying.
You do, Wendy, I'm afraid, because we've got
Why? Why?
Because, right, I'm out. You're done.
Because he literally was just found innocent in the High Court in London.
Jamie, she's telling you facts. She actually worked in Northern Ireland.
Oh no, it's not that. I've been. I same time last time Wendy were on, she treated me like that. Not interested.
It's the legal aspect there, Dukes. You know, that is really that's really like detrimental.
I thought you two had an understanding. You both come from up north.
Oh, not me. I'm not from up north.
No,
I'm
not
a fucking
you,
southerner,
Jamie
for fuck's sake. Sick of the northerners.
Jamie and Wendy, I thought you understood Wendy.
And boy, you're not a fucking southerner, mate. You're Irish, you just said.
Shut up. I'm an Irish southerner, mate. That's all you need to know.
No, fuck
I
off,
fit
man. You're
in.
fucking
I
Irish.
fit in.
You're not even southern.
I'm an Anglo-Irishman. I was born in this country, but I'm Irish, Celtic, 100% Celtic. All my lineage is Celtic.
Princess
I've got no Turkey, I've got no fucking this, that, and the other. I'm all Celtic.
Oh, then.
So
I didn't say I worked in
sovereignty
Northern
in
Ireland.
both
I said
England
she
and
did.
Ireland.
Princess Angela, Roy is Irish.
Yep, thank you, brother.
I know he is. Therefore, he's not a southerner, like, in that respect.
Oh, I'm from Southern Ireland, you fucking silly cow. What's the matter with you, woman? Sing of it. I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm not being aggressive on it. I mean, but fuck's sake. I am a southerner. I'm a South fucking redneck. I'm an Irish redneck. I'm from Southern Ireland and I'm from Southern England.
What's your Southern Ireland, right? Oh, I don't want to know it. Yeah.
What more Southern do you want? Southeast. Bermondsey, by the way, just saying.
You lived in Ireland. I didn't have a clue about that. I was surprised at that one.
I grew up in Ireland as a kid, bro. I was there in the 70s. I was in Belfast in 1972 on Bloody Sunday, bro. I was there.
Give me strength.
Did you have any involvement in the Good Friday Agreement, Roy?
No, I had no involvement in anything, but I knew what was going on. I was aware of what was going on. And I will say, honestly, that you know, I'm completely disappointed with Sinn Féin, and like over the years, I watched it just deteriorate. And I will say, with my hand on my heart, that Gerry Adams was the leader of Sinn Féin back in the day.
That's what Google says. Bloody someone in Belfast.
And you know what? I mean, I can't really go into detail because I could get myself in a little bit of trouble. But I know for a fact, right, that he was that man. You know, because I was there. I was living in fucking Dublin, in Ballypark, Dublin 3 at the time. So I mean,
it could be suggested that those stories are true. I mean, it's just presented as fact.
Not that are they true? They are true.
Well, let her bring the evidence then.
No, I can't. It's not. It's coming from these tapes which are unreleased. It's all old interviews that people say, and you know, the other members and stuff.
Yeah, be careful.
But the thing is, we all know that he was the leader of Sinn Féin. Because why didn't he sue the BBC then for putting his name all over it in the 70s?
Jupiter, can I talk? He has just literally been found not guilty.
No, he hasn't.
Yes, he has. Yes,
he
has.
hasn't.
Well, then, Society X, can you put up what happened again? And
he was thrown out.
No, but they're telling lies.
Yeah, well, the lies have come from it. Right, it says there's no credible evidence that he was presented to the court.
Can't you just say what happened in the High Court?
We did. Yeah,
the three people. Well, like, let's.
Well, you keep getting forceful. Right, let me jump in then and ask you, who led the Sinn Féin, who led the party
Never
for all
mind that. Like, that's what happened.
that's true information. You can't well, never mind that. You ask the court. I mean, you can ask.
Because, like, we're talking about what happened in the High Court today. And in the High Court today, Jerry Adams was found that...
no, it was thrown out.
Like what they
No,
did...
it was thrown out, and they told you why it got thrown out.
Of course it was thrown out.
It wasn't
And
because
why
of lack
was it
of
thrown
evidence.
out,
It's
Jupiter?
because they believed
Because
that they
there
were
wasn't a
using
shred
the
of
courtroom
evidence.
for, what was the word that, how did they word it? They were using the courtroom
But
for
play
other
it again.
reasons.
Yeah,
Play it again. I'm happy to play it again, Society X, if you are. Play what happened in the High Court today. In the interest of fairness. But you probably won't, but that's what happened
No,
today.
it isn't. It's what you think.
But like, look at what's happened, Jupiter.
It's not what happened.
What,
They got
what you're
thrown
saying
out because
isn't
they
true.
believed.
What
they
you're saying
believed the
isn't
motivation
true.
for taking him to court was to
But
get a
Society
judgment.
X can play it
Was to
if he
get a
wants
judgment
to, but he won't.
that they could use in a criminal court.
But they can't.
And they believed because the judge was aware of that, he was going to rule against them. But there was
So
no definitive ruling.
Who's going to pay? Who's going to pay
There was
the
no
money?
definitive
Who's going to
ruling.
pay the charges?
It was only £1. What you on about?
Who's going to pay the result of the failed? There you go.
There he is. I mean, what does it say on that thing that he stood on?
No, play it first. Play
Yeah,
it.
but I'm just looking at the visuals. I'm sure it says Sinn Féin on his.
What's wrong with Sinn Féin?
No, wrong with it.
What's wrong with Sinn Féin?
But we're saying he didn't lead it, he wasn't involved in it and anything, but he stood on podium with his.
What's wrong with Sinn Féin? Just play it. Just play it and see what happened today in the High Court in London.
Yeah, when they said no credible evidence, they could have shown them this video.
But then play.
They haven't gone away, you know.
How would he know? How does he know? How does Jerry Adams know that they've not gone away? Bloody hell. How does he know?
And why is he smiling, Uber?
Yeah, he's nearly having a right giggle, isn't he? When he was saying it, I just need people to work with me, you know, and to have an appreciation of what I might be thinking, you know, whilst Wendy knows, no, this is good, this is good. I got to know what's coming up. And when someone books against me like that and goes, no, why do I have to? I'm not going to start bloody going through all ins and outs. It won't know what to do with what she was saying. It was the she's backstage. I'll get her on.
You're going to roll your hands up, are you?
So, but we're looking what it seems to watching this is like. Well, right, I was the leader of Sinn Féin, but I've never been a leader of the IRA. That's what he's saying, and he says, but I never distanced myself from them. So he's basically saying I was right in there with them, but I were never. And Ubers is saying, well, there's no evidence to say that he was. And I guess there won't be because he knew how dangerous there was at the time, this Jerry. Is that what everyone else is?
Jamie, can I interject, please?
Yeah.
I was a teenager in Ireland in the 80s, right? And I'll tell you now, if you didn't, agree to be a part of the IRA, you was a fucking dodgy cunt and you was going to get bashed up.
Like a scab, yeah? That's
So was you part of the IRA then, Roy?
Well, I mean, I didn't do it. I wasn't a murderer. I didn't kill anyone or do any stupid shit. But I was a teenager, and to get along, and of course, I had to fucking swear my allegiance. But that was as a 14-year-old kid. You know what I mean? I was young. I didn't know.
Yeah, you're good. Right, love. I've got to just be careful with what's been said. And
sorry. Yeah,
right.
I get carried away. Yeah, right.
I know. Don't worry about it.
The woman who first said about Adams being part of the IRA was actually a woman called Dolores Price, and she was a member of the Provisional IRA.
Yeah.
And she made a statement saying that Adams was the
leader.
Yeah.
She's in a film, isn't she? There's a film about her.
There's a thing on Channel 4 at the moment called Don't Say a Word. And it's about her and her sister. And they make those claims in that as well. And this, this thing of them taking them to court for £1, it's not really to do with that. It's to get him found guilty of being part of the IRA. Then
and how to prove that though? You see, how it's hard to prove because he'll say, "Well, no, I was Sinn Féin," and he'd never admit it. No, he never.
Listen, look back in the. There's loads of footage of him, like declaring his allegiance to the IRA, and you couldn't do that. They would have shot him if he'd have said, "I'm not a member of the IRA." That'd have killed him. I'm telling you now. It was that fucking. That's how fucking.
No, he said many times. Hang on, Roy. He said many times he's not a member of the IRA.
But he didn't distance himself.
But he carried the coffins. Remember when the SAS killed those people in Gibraltar?
Oh, were
when they came back, it was him carrying the coffins. You know, he was always surrounded by the IRA, but he was never.
He was telling the mainstream media what they wanted to hear, right? I'm telling you now, right? If he'd have denounced the IRA, they would have shot him in the back of the head.
Did I say he denounced?
I'm just telling you what it is.
About the provisional IRA, then.
Provisional IRA, yeah, they'd have killed him.
Which one was it? Was he a member of the IRA or was he a member? Yeah, so no, he was a member of the provisional IRA.
Yeah, exactly.
Why are you being called out? Why is Roy being called out in chat?
I'm not disputing that, man. I'm not disputing that at all.
What's Roy? What have you lied about?
Roy made a silly statement saying he was a member of the IRA. That's a silly thing to say, Roy.
I'm saying when I was a kid living in Ireland, right? You had to say this silly saying that you was a member of the IRA, and it was.
What part of Ireland were you in?
It was. I was in Dublin, Ballybuck, Dublin 3.
So when you lived in Dublin, Southern Ireland,
and
you had to be part of the IRA.
Some guys sprayed Brits out of my house because I had an English accent. When I'd go over there, I'd have English accent for about 3 months, and then I'd be talking Irish, right? I'd be talking to the Irish accent. Yeah, I went there twice a year, every year. Right, back to Ireland from a little.
You weren't living in Ireland, but you went over there with your British accent and the troubles.
I like Roy's stories.
If you look at
it a bit, Roy, because you said you were brought up in Ireland, and now you're saying you've been
right. Okay, now, I'll talk to you like I've just grown up in Dublin right now. Okay, so I'm living in Dublin as a little fella. Okay. Running around, fucking having a laugh with me mates and having and then a couple of fellas come up to me and say, "Are you a Brit? Are you a fucking Brit? Are you a Brit?" I got to fight the guy. I got to fight him. Kick the shit out of him. I had to fucking do that. That's how I fucking grew up in Dublin. And then that's how I fucking. Well,
Have you got an Irish passport? Have you got an Irish passport?
I earned my stripes. Okay, the young boy growing up in Ireland, and I grew up in.
What do you mean by you earned your stripes?
Yeah, legalese, Roy. Be careful.
Don't say that.
I stood up for who I was. I was an Irish man. I was an Irish boy.
You need to stop it. You need to stop it, Roy.
What? Stop what? Claiming that I'm Irish? Are you mad?
No.
What?
You earned your stripes. You're talking about the I earned my stripes.
I earned my stripes. Yeah, I am. As a young boy growing up, right, turning into a man, I had to fight my way up to that level because I was treated like. I mean, you talk about racism. I don't believe in racism. That's controversial, but that's just my opinion. I think it's a social construct, just like fucking calling someone a paddy or a Brit or a fucking packy or whatever you want to call them. Right, I went through that. I went through that as a young boy, and I fought my way out of it. And I got
the whole chat though. It's not just a couple of people. That's what made me pick up on it. And I didn't. People are saying that you just talk shit, Roy.
Well, it's up to you. But I don't care. I haven't.
No, do you? I mean, do you? You said you were brought up in Ireland, was you?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
But then you just said you
Ireland
times.
Sorry, I said what?
That you'd visited it a couple of times.
Bro, I said I went twice a year since I was a little boy.
Well, that's not
But you
being
said-
brought up
When
in
I was
Ireland.
born, I was accidentally born in England, right? My mum come over and just I popped out, so I was born in England, right?
Before
Right.
long to be Irish.
Right, so if two crows lay an egg in a fucking chicken's nest, it's not going to be a chicken, is it? It's going to be a crow, right? So I'm a
But you
fucking.
could live in Dublin and not have to be part of the IRA. Stop talking silly.
I beg your pardon?
Stop talking stupid. No, that's not true.
This was my community that I grew up in. You don't understand that, right?
I do understand.
No, you don't, because you're talking shit right now. You're selling me
I'm
up.
not talking
You're
shit.
making,
No, I'm
you're
not.
making assumptions. These were my friends that I grew up with. I spent the whole summer together with these people on a regular basis, and I spend the winter holidays
I
there.
would
With them.
say
They were my
that
friends. They were my
listening to
family.
Roy's story
That's
is
where I grew
definitely
up.
more Irish than Uber's now.
Jamie,
Jamie.
Hey, listen, how can you even look? It doesn't
Sorry, I'm
matter
just
to
trying to
me.
get some more back out here. People
Look,
trying to
it-
talk to each other.
it-
Angela, what are you saying, love?
No,
yeah,
it's all right, don't worry.
oh, sorry. I just
What
want to
is-
ask Jamie why we talked about the Good Friday agreement. Was there a reason that was brought up as well?
Because I was trying to show that not everyone agrees in Ireland, and that's why they had to come up with an agreement.
Oh, well done. Yes, well done.
That's
Yeah.
all I was trying to say. Is, and then if you're now going against that agreement, how does that help? You know, if you're still fighting, I don't think that helps for peace. And especially in these environments where we've got people who disagree on such an emotive subject, you know what I mean? It becomes really difficult. And I'd hoped to try and get Ubers to say, you know what, yeah, we do all have to get on. We had an agreement for a reason. Some of the stuff the IRA did was absolutely atrocious. And,
Well,
and
it was 30 days. It was 30 years yesterday. It's funny you should bring it up today. It was 30
it was in
years.
court. It was because it's been in court with this high court thing.
Oh, because it was 30 years yesterday by the date that those two children were blown up in Warrington on,
Sad.
looking for the Mother's Day when they were going to buy Mother's Day cards.
I remember that when.
Yeah, that's 30 years ago.
Beautiful little
by the
blonde
date.
kid, weren't it?
Yeah, Tim and Bobby. Yeah.
Let's finish this video and then I can take it down. So have a look. Stood next to that on wall, quite clearly on purpose.
Yeah, yeah. He went to Long-Kesh.
That is a clear. Oh no, sorry, I didn't read the second bit. I thought it was
Yeah.
going to say no part in the IRA. I don't know about the murder, but I thought it was saying it played no part in
But
it.
this, Jamie, she was missing for 30 years, and yet she was missing for, I don't know, 30 odd years, maybe longer. But it was Mr. Adams who helped them find her body in the end. Now,
Oh, really?
Let's forgive him then, shall we?
Oh, is that what happened?
No.
I don't care the consequences.
I would never forgive Jerry Adams for nothing.
The IRA. He was a leader
I'll
of
never
the
forgive
IRA.
Jerry Adams for anything. You piece of shit.
Right. I'm telling you now, as a fucking an Irishman, he was the leader of the IRA back in that time.
Well, I'm not disagreeing. Hang on, I'm not disagreeing with you over that, Roy.
Uh-huh.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but you'll never get him to admit it. Never.
Well, we know. We fucking know. People that matter, they know. We know. You think he's going to heaven?
I mean, people that matter, we know. Are you claiming to be a member of the IRA?
No, I'm not. I'm not a demon. Man. I'm not a fucking demon.
Just an ordinary Irish person, you wouldn't know anyway.
I wouldn't know, right? You think that? Yeah, you think that.
I don't know. That's English, you know, so I think they probably did know.
Be surprised, man. What I know and what I don't.
Don't you think that's a better position to be coming from, though, a Good Friday Agreement, Ubers? Because it's atrocious on all. You could look everywhere for absolutely horrendous acts that were committed, and it's best to go from that
all
position.
fucking naughty, man. It's all.
Is Ubers a Republican? Do you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Now I'm understanding where he's coming from. Then.
He
Right.
believes
I'm a Republican as well.
Yeah, well, to be a part of to be a member of the IRA, you got to be a Republican. Yeah.
He's lived there all his life, hasn't he? He was on, so it's.
Yeah,
Who
they
was
came.
it?
Look,
But not
I'll tell
all.
you what none of you know. I'll tell you what none of you've seen and what none of you've watched and experienced is the brutality of the whole fucking sequence of events that took place between 72 and fucking
All of
85.
it was all horrible.
It
all
was
of it.
fucking
Between
outrageous.
72 and when?
85, 86.
Really?
When the two men got
Well,
fucking.
you didn't see any of it. You were in Dublin.
No, I didn't see none of it. No.
You were in Dublin.
Yeah, I was on Disneyland. I
It all
think.
happened in the north of Ireland, so you were in Dublin.
I remember I was rodeoing a plastic horse in Disneyland.
Yeah, I don't know what you're trying to imply, right? But it's really not good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know what you're trying to do either, to be honest.
No, I don't know
Well,
what you're trying to imply.
Are you trying to belittle? I think you're trying to belittle me. And you,
Belittle you? What?
yeah, it sounds like you're
I'm
trying to.
trying to save you from your own mouth. That's what I'm
Oh,
trying
really?
to do.
I don't need your help, mate. I don't need your help.
You do.
I appreciate
No,
your
I
assistance.
need your help, friend.
You don't appreciate your assistance. He rejects it.
Okay. Well, yeah,
100%.
you,
So
what's
turn
that
it in.
saying? Jamie, what's that
Save
saying?
yourself, my girl. Save yourself.
Save yourself.
No, you've got no authority around here or something. What is
No,
it?
Yeah, definitely. That's it.
Okay, you take control, babe. Go on, off you go.
This is the Falls Road in Belfast, and this is the Shankill Road.
I don't know how this will go, but this is how the trouble started. This is where we're at. So I thought this might be useful. But
Road in Belfast, and this is the
1972.
Shankill Road. These two areas are just a few streets
hang on, just point to your house, Roy.
Oh no, he
away
wasn't
from each
there.
other,
He was in
and yet there's a
Dublin.
border running between them. This
Yeah.
vast wall stands on the first peace line in Northern Ireland. First built nearly 50 years ago as a temporary barrier to divide two communities, there is still a wall standing here today, a physical symbol of the deep divisions within Northern Ireland.
I bet none
Northern
of you
Ireland
can
was
figure
formed
out
in
why it happened
1921.
after you
When
watched
Ireland seceded from the UK, 6 of Ireland's 32 counties remained as part of the United Kingdom. The governance of these counties has been contested ever since, sparking the bloody 30-year conflict known as the Troubles. In this 4-part series, we'll be taking a look at the history of the Troubles of the United Kingdom, divisions within Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland was formed in 1921. When Ireland seceded from the UK, 6 of Ireland's 32 counties remained as part of the United Kingdom. The governance of these counties has been contested ever since, sparking the bloody 30-year conflict known as the Troubles. In this 4-part series, we'll be taking a look at the history of the Troubles and why the scars of this conflict remain. But first of all, let's take a look back to see what marked out the 6 counties of Northern Ireland in the first place.
yes, that's what I'm here
Religious tension in the north of Ireland dates back hundreds of years, and some of this can be traced to the plantation of Ulster. At the end of the 16th century, an Irish alliance rose up to fight against English rule, and a lot of the unrest took place in the province of Ulster. At the end of the 9 Years' War in 1603, James VI and I, King of Scotland and England, set out to colonise and subdue the north of Ireland.
for.
He sought to undertake an official plantation of Ulster to ensure its loyalty and to stop uprisings happening ever again. In this he planted mainly lowland Scots and some from the north of England into 6 of the 9 counties of Ulster. Earlier in 1603 there had been private plantation by Presbyterian Scots in the counties of Down and in Antrim. But the actual official policy starts in 1609, and it's really there to secure this part of the country in a way that will make it not be able to rise in rebellion again.
Over the next century, Europe was engulfed in religious wars. James II, the Catholic King of England, Scotland and Ireland, was overthrown by Protestant William of Orange in 1688. A few years later, James's supporters, the Jacobites, attempted to restore James to the throne. Supported by French...
It's lost me a bit. Anyone else? It's a bit long.
No, it's good shit, though.
You reckon?
No, it's very interesting because it's staying on the right path.
Yeah, go on, let's go, Jamie.
forces, the Irish Jacobites fought the Williamites in Ireland. The fighting culminated in 2 major battles, the Battle of the Boyne and the Battle of Aughrim.
The Battle of the Boyne in 1690, although not a decisive battle, is very significant. A year later, in 1691, at the Battle of Aughrim, the Jacobite forces of James are actually destroyed and he is defeated. Aughrim itself, although less well known, is by far the more strategically important of the two battles, but the Boyne has a much larger geopolitical effect. And even today still, William Orange is a figure we see, particularly during the Loyalist marching season, which culminates on the 12th of July.
Religious conflict, as with much of Europe, was causing great divisions within Northern Ireland. But another struggle was also continuing to grow: the fight for independence from British rule. In 1845, a potato famine broke out across Ireland. The famine reinforced to a lot of Irish that although they were now part of the UK, they were not considered equal. As Irish people starved, the British continued to export food for profit. Over 1 million people died. The famine sparked rebellion and new calls.
They were exporting food from Ireland to England, and that would cause a lot of conflict, wouldn't it? Jeez, that would.
Well, doesn't it sound familiar? They didn't feel like they were being treated equal, even though they were the indigenous.
Unreal.
Anyway. For independence. Over the 19th century, there were multiple bills proposed for Home Rule. The first was proposed and failed in 1886. The third attempt passed in 1914, but it was put on hold due to the First World War. Irish Republicans decided to take action. They staged a rebellion over Easter week in 1916.
The Easter Rising is planned as far back as 1914 by Patrick Pearse of the Irish Republican Brotherhood. There are a number of other groups involved, one of which will go on to become the
Which
IRA
one was
in
you, Roy?
1919.
I'm there.
For a week, there's a great deal of violence and there are terrible casualties. It was eventually put down by the British Army. Now, whether or not this would have gone away afterwards changed dramatically in the way that the British sought to deal with the leaders of the uprising. Many of them were actually executed by firing squad, and this and things such as the conscription policy that the British tried to introduce in Ireland again hardened republicanism, and eventually Sinn Féin, a party who was formed back in 1905, which had been a nationalist party not linked with armed or violent republicanism, becomes a Republican Party. It wins the 1918 general election and instantly declares an independent Ireland.
But support for the Union remained strong in the north, leading to the Irish War for Independence, largely fought between the IRA and the British government. In 1920, Home Rule was finally granted and Ireland was partitioned. It was meant to be a temporary solution to end the war, but the government...
She hasn't even mentioned Michael Collins. I don't understand. Who played
past that date as well?
Yeah, played a very important part.
Instrumental part, yeah. That's the only thing I know about it.
1920.
Michael
from Bloody Friday.
Michael Collins
It's only 1920 at this point.
All right, okay, love. All right.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at that. I mean, that looks odd, doesn't it? A map to be divided like that. That looks odd.
Because we had you had the loyalists in the north of England.
Exactly. I mean, there's clear divide there, isn't there?
Yeah,
and
in the north.
That they've had to build a wall around it. Wow.
Yeah.
And this is really to do with religion at the minute, isn't it? It's to do with.
Yeah, but see what happens. From what I understand it on a very layman's terms. The English sent the Scottish in, yeah, and the Scottish were being treated better than the Irish.
No. The Scottish were they were like put in the north of Ireland, right?
To subdue the Irish from uprising.
They moved them into live there. What are saying? They moved them into live. So that
they moved them in from Scotland and planted them in.
That's why he said Ireland being able to fight back again because they dwindled the numbers. Is that what?
But they got this. I mean, when they were planted there, this is like going back to 16 something when they were put there.
A big fight, man. I can't say.
Okay, right. Let's carry on.
In the south never formed, and the war continued until a ceasefire in 1921 and the Anglo-Irish Treaty, which granted Ireland a limited independence. The south became a free state, but still had to take an oath to the king. This agreement was not entirely popular, leading to a bloody civil war between those who were pro-treaty and those against. In 1923, the pro-treaty Free State forces prevailed, cementing the Anglo-Irish Treaty and the two-state solution, with the region in the north remaining part of Britain. The border had been drawn around 6 counties in Ulster. In some places, the border was drawn directly through the middle of towns and villages.
Wow.
Ulster contained 9 counties. The 3 that had been excluded were Donegal, Monaghan and Cavan. This was devised by Unionists so as to ensure a Protestant majority in the new state. But although the 6 regions had a Protestant majority politically, there was a substantial Catholic population across the region. Voting was manipulated to advantage the Unionists.
In many senses, the only people you could vote for sometimes were Unionists, or there'd often be no point in actually putting up a candidate from a nationalist party because it wouldn't be enough of a vote for them to.
There's so many similarities here, you know.
Yes.
Interesting stuff, man. Keep it playing, Jamie. This is.
Yeah, I have to. No, I can't, mate, because.
Oh, you get a
Catholics, the
part 2 then, man. This is really interesting.
hang
This
on,
is,
Roy. Let me explain something. So the Catholic people who were living in the north of Ireland and still do, at one point, I mean, if you had a family of 5 and all the children were over 18, only one person could vote in that house. The other kids who were over 18, so old enough to vote, were not allowed to vote because they never wanted Catholics to be in government.
It's called the block vote, and this is what the Muslims are doing at the moment in London, in Tower Hamlets. Believe me, I know this is happening in Birmingham. It's happening all over England, in all these Labour-run, soon-to-be Green Party constituencies, and it's called the block vote, and we understand it, you know, and it's how you. When you get
Roy, you've got it wrong.
When you get oppressed to a certain point, you have to really think strategically and how you can fucking get your foot in the door.
How is that what the Muslims are doing? Because what was going on in Northern Ireland is if you had a family of 6.
Do you not believe that the Muslims
five of those people were over 18.
Are you arguing that?
Right?
Are you arguing the block vote in London and Birmingham?
Only one person was allowed to vote.
Look, are you arguing the block vote in London and Birmingham?
No, we're talking about Ireland at the moment.
Have a debate on that, man, all night long. Let me tell you, right? Every Muslim house, there's a man who controls and dominates the whole fucking.
No, it was the government. This is what I mean. You don't listen, Roy.
He tells them how to vote, right? And he goes to his mosque, and his imam tells him what he's got to do, and he says, "Vote Green Party." He votes Green Party.
Can I
say, right now, get ready for the Green
I'm going to make a coffee because I
fuck.
honestly think you should go one at a time. I can't make it.
But he won't let me finish what I'm saying.
He's talking over me, woman. You're a woman. I'm a geezer, ain't I?
Doing it, both of you.
Fuck's sake. Speak of it.
Our government, right? Our government said if you have 6 people living in a house in the middle of Belfast and they're Catholic, and all of them are over the age of 18, that doesn't matter. Only one person in that house can vote. Now that's not right. I don't care who you are. Now I'm no fan of Republicans, right? But that's wrong. Anyone over the age of 18 should have been allowed to vote.
Yeah,
it should have been one
man. You show me a house. You show me a Catholic house, right? With like 6 kids that are over 18 still living at home. Let me tell you, they're out there when they're 16. They're getting the fuck out of there when they're 16, and they're working, and they're grafting, and they're fucking. Wait a minute.
You know nothing about Northern Ireland. You've never even lived there.
Wait, let me tell. Look, you can insult me all you like, but I'm telling you, but you ain't going to get more than 2 kids over 18 in an Irish house. Because I tell you, as soon as they're 16, they're looking to travel. They're looking to get out of that house. They're looking to get their own house.
You do realise that they went through a lot of poverty as well because of all this stuff. So they probably were living big families in one house.
Oh, yeah, fucking 30, 40, 50 years ago, maybe. But not
that's
now.
What we're talking about. Maybe not now.
You know, there's 70 million Irish people living in America. There's only the population, the Irish population is about 4 million, by the way. There's 70 million Irish in America, there's 40 million in Canada. I mean, we are taking over the world.
Don't forget, they weren't allowed to use condoms for a long time or have abortions.
No, we weren't allowed.
People are well known for having large families. Right.
Yeah. Oh, 9. I'm a family of 9. 9 of us.
Lived in Ireland, like you said, in the
Yeah.
years that you did, you'd know damn well that there was families of 12 and 13 children.
9 of us. There was 9 of us, and my grandparents had 13
What are
kids.
you talking about then?
What?
Let's not fall out. Let's play the video.
I'm talking about today.
carry
I'm
any
talking
winning
about present
through.
day.
There were
I'm
actually
talking
other
about present
things
day.
such as gerrymandering was used as well, most starkly in the city of Derry, Londonderry, which was an overwhelmingly nationalist community but continued to return unionist politicians the way the boundaries were drawn up. Not only was gerrymandering an issue, also if you were not the ratepayer or the rent payer on a house, even if you were of voting age, you couldn't vote in local elections.
Yeah.
Sorry to pause it so quick, but this is coming to a town near us very soon. The whole debate,
Absolutely.
housing and all this. Wait until it's going to be new builds and immigrants are going to be putting new. This is what's coming this year and
Yes,
next.
Jamie, I'm glad you can see the
History
patterns.
repeating itself. History repeating itself. That's what exactly what's happened.
This is coming. It's horrendous.
Which further discriminated against working people. Access to jobs was another area where the nationalist community would often seem to be prejudiced against, such as the big shipbuilding works in Belfast, where would have an overwhelmingly Protestant workforce. But this is actually a hotly contested issue in the sense that if you didn't have a relative working in one of these factories, no matter if you were Protestant, you would often be prejudiced against as well. And on top of that, women found it very hard to get roles in some of these jobs as well.
It was in this environment, with Catholic residents consistently seen to be disadvantaged, that the civil rights movement grew among the nationalist communities.
There was no promotion, you know, if you were a Catholic, you just didn't get promotion. The Imperial Civil Service, if you worked in England, in London, you would get promotion.
I paused again.
And now it's just whether you're Christian.
You see that? Well, maybe not actually, right?
Exactly that.
Look at the size of the amount of the crowds, and then I thought about UKT. I thought, because I'm looking at this thinking, right, this is insane because of the amount of people
they were right to want their civil rights. They had a right to their civil rights. Yeah.
When you look at the protests that go on in England on a Saturday and Sunday, like the ones today, they're nothing like you see here, are they? You got half a dozen here, 50 there, 100 there. So there's only Tommy that's been able to put
events together to simulate exactly what's going on here right now. Yeah, exactly that. Right.
You know, I'm looking at it thinking, well, to get results, you need this amount of people to be standing up, kicking off.
Yeah.
And let's just keep watching. There's just too many similarities here.
Fascinating stuff.
But if you were in the Northern Ireland Civil Service, there were people who weren't as experienced as you who were promoted over you. Housing was another thing. That was the start of the civil rights movement. There was a young single girl got a house where a Catholic family didn't get it, you know. I never mixed, never had any Protestant friends until I started nursing, really. But it's still there, the hatred, deep hatred, it's dreadful.
Communities and attitudes became deeply polarised through near 30 years of conflict in Northern Ireland. Many of the events that took place during this time are hotly contested. Moreover, they are highly disputed as well. Often starkly and highly diverse versions of events exist on both sides, and many people will never come to a point of agreement on what happened on certain days at certain times.
Throughout the late 60s, tension was rising. In 1969, at the annual Apprentice Boys of Derry March, violence erupted. The route of the march passed through the predominantly Catholic Bogside area of Derry, Londonderry, resulting in violent clashes between the marchers and the residents.
Several days of rioting ensued.
Yeah,
police became involved.
Every 12th of July.
Yeah.
On the 12th of July every year, there's an orange march above, march and season.
Because that still can cause problems now, can't it? People think that
oh God, yeah.
Doing it, you have to fan the flames and
Fired, baton round guns were used, stones were thrown, and bits of the Bogside were shut off to the police. When the police moved into the Bogside, loyalist groups moved in behind them. This was probably not the police's intention, but it galvanised opinion within the nationalist Republican community. In the same sense, violence broke out in other parts of Northern Ireland as well, and people were burned out of homes in both loyalists.
I watched this, right, and it makes me think the police are right sometimes in the shit that they do on these protests in this country, when they're like, get back, stand back, move back, get over there. Because it's just too dangerous. And people are like, if someone were to get seriously hurt, that said, police did fuck all, police didn't do all, police let them go at each other. This is and it gets to this from that. So the right to be taking it seriously out of the police, the right to, or should they just be, nah, it's just people, because it's not just people voicing their opinions, is it now? It's people getting in people's faces and screaming, stinky, you fit cunt, you
it blows up, Jamie, it blows up. It blows up. Oh,
you fucking lefty this. Oh, you racist that. It's literally people on the streets to antagonise and wind people up. Like, there's a lot of it out there. And then it starts into a little fight, and then it's a big riot, and it's fucking mess. It is. It's a mess.
And
well, we're already at that stage.
And the troubles at this point really begins in Northern Ireland.
In 1969, the IRA split, and a breakaway group who called themselves the Provisional IRA formed. Divisions in the IRA had been growing through the 1960s. In 1962, the new IRA Chief of Staff, Cathal Golding, sought to move the IRA in a different direction. He was keen that the movement became political in its outlook rather than one that relied on armed struggle, which to traditional Republicans was seen as a betrayal of their cause. They saw their task as the defence of nationalist communities and the expulsion of the British from Ireland. Loyalist paramilitaries such as the Red Hand Commando, the Ulster Defence Association and the Ulster Volunteer Force also grew in numbers. Ian Paisley was a Presbyterian minister who established himself as an outspoken leader within unionism, leading marches throughout the 60s and 70s. As the rival groups grew, tensions rose. Over these decades, violent attacks and bombings increased in frequency, and barricades went up to separate the two communities. The Provisional IRA escalated their armed campaign against the British and Northern Irish security forces. Many nationalists saw the Provisional IRA as defenders of their community, and loyalists saw them as dangerous insurgents. In reaction to this violence, the British Army were deployed on the streets in Operation Banner. They were called in to support the RUC and protect infrastructure and civilians, but ultimately their presence served to escalate the situation.
We've come up now to IWM's Conservation Studio to have a look at this weapon here, which is a baton round gun, which was used by the British Army and the Royal Ulster Constabulary in riot control situations. This type of weapon could fire a variety of ammunition, from CS gas canisters, but more usually rubber bullets and more latterly plastic bullets. They were shooting it at point blank range. The British Army was deployed in Northern Ireland in 1969 at the behest of the then Prime Minister, and it changed the relationship with Northern Ireland and the rest of the United Kingdom, where now the British government itself took a more active role because the army were very much within their control. Initially, in some areas, they were seen as being protective and helpful of the nationalist Catholic community, but as the situation developed in Northern Ireland and the army's role became more intense,
don't mess about it. That will going on.
Although seen as an effective form of crowd control, if used incorrectly, the bullets could in themselves be fatal. There were a number of fatalities caused by rubber and more latterly the plastic bullets, which were at the time thought to be less lethal, but turned out to be no less. This was often seen as a fairly heavy-handed approach, and nationalist communities often saw that they were the ones more targeted by British soldiers with these particular weapons than those loyalist communities.
Yeah, so did
in 1970, the Ulster Defence Regiment was formed, becoming the largest regiment in the British Army.
They consisted of people who came from Northern Ireland. They didn't go home, they didn't have tours of duty, they came from the community from which they defended. Although there was a drive to include Catholics in the recruitment and some did join, it largely was unsuccessful because of pressure in nationalist and Republican communities, and also because the force was seen, as with the Royal Ulster Constabulary, the police force, to be overwhelming. It was viewed from a nationalist Republican standpoint as being a tool of the oppressor, if you will, the USTR did draw controversy. There were accusations from Republicans of collusion with loyalist paramilitaries, some of which may have been true, others may have been overstated. Even within the loyalist community, many of them didn't see them as friends either, whereas others saw them as neutral. So their position was difficult, and it was dangerous, and it certainly was controversial at times.
And I think that was the hardest thing any of us had to deal with. The fact that this was a United Kingdom city, and yet you were there.
We're sitting in
England. You were in the middle of a war zone. It was a war zone. It was a war zone. And there was a lot of violence and a lot of anger. You had all that debris from the first riots, all the burnt out streets and things.
And what were the people like?
The ones that were friendly were very friendly, but the ones that weren't were the exact opposite. You got stoned and bottled and petrol bombed and all the rest of it in the Protestant area just as much as you did in the Catholic one. You really were piggy in the middle.
The British Army arriving in Northern Ireland faced a difficult challenge. In their efforts to defeat the IRA, hostility from the Catholic community grew towards the British Army. And this was severely aggravated by the introduction of the Fool's Curfew in July 1970.
Remind me these jokes. We'll do that Paul Thorpe video next, briefly. You know that you asked.
Off as a search for weapons in a Catholic nationalist area resulted in clashes between local residents throwing petrol bombs and the British soldiers firing CS gas. In response to this clash, the entire area was sealed off and a curfew was imposed. Large amounts of weapons were seized by the British troops, but in the process of the operation, 4 civilians were killed and dozens others injured. The same month in the House of Commons, the UK Home Secretary declared, "We are now at war with the IRA." The following year, the policy of internment sparked further anger. Operation Demetrius involved the imprisonment without trial of suspected IRA members. The British Army conducted sweeps and arrested more than 340 people from Catholic and nationalist backgrounds. But due to faulty intelligence, many of these people in fact had no connection to armed republicanism. The treatment of some of those arrested was later categorised as torture.
We're standing in front of a cabinet here in the galleries, and in here we have a poster which is a protest against the Northern Irish government's policy of internment in 1971. These initial sweeps caused 4 days of rioting in which over 20 people died. Posters like these would have appeared on walls, on lampposts, etc. in Northern Ireland at the time as a protest against what was felt to be an unjust policy targeted against the nationalist community. Indeed, loyalists would not be subject to the same internment without trial until 1973.
The backlash to internment was strong. It sparked a lot of violence. A recruit.
Can I just interrupt there? You know, if you got pulled up by the police and they asked you if you was a member of the IRA and you denied it, right? You get bashed up for that, right?
That's a lie.
No,
That's a bit sick, isn't it?
No,
well, he's lying, Jupiter. He's lying.
Am I lying? Am I lying?
You're lying. Why would they want? Well, I'm telling you, you're lying.
You had to admit it. You had to admit it. And you know what the punishment was 6 months in St. Patrick's, mate.
Yeah, no, 6 months in Long Fresh. You'd go to Long Fresh.
You had to go. Yeah, but you couldn't. If you denied your loyalty to the fucking cause.
What are you on about?
Yeah, we get that. But if you said it to police.
I mean,
you had to take it
Martin McGuinness. If Martin McGuinness said to an IRA member, "Are you an IRA member?" and they went, "No," he's going to beat them up because he was the commander at one point.
Well,
but if the police say, "Are you an IRA member?" and he goes, "No, I'm not," they're not going to beat him up.
You must have grew up in fucking Ireland.
I'm staying out of this one because I don't know enough about it.
You must have grown up in Ireland to know that.
On Bloody Sunday, Roy, did you feel unsafe? Were you ever at risk?
No, I wasn't. I was safe.
You said, well, what did you just accuse me of? What growing up in Northern Ireland?
Oh, 6.
No, I didn't grow up in Northern Ireland.
6 years old in 1972.
I was not growing up in Northern Ireland. No.
I know. So what are you talking about?
Well, I'm going to carry on.
Well, because I know
and a deepening of divisions between loyalists and nationalists.
1972 was the worst year of violence in Northern Ireland, but from the couple of years before that, the violence had been escalating. Northern Ireland was starting to appear on the news regularly at nights. bore the brunt of it as far as casualties were
there.
concerned.
There seemed at this point to be no
See that guy
resolution
there,
in
that
sight,
bald guy, he
but
got
the
shot in
worst
the
was
head,
still
he
to
got
come.
killed.
The presence of the British Army
That
and the
priest,
growth
he
of the
got
paramilitaries
shot.
all ramped up the violence of the Troubles. The IRA had already split, but their strategy was about to entirely change.
Didn't really give me the answers I was looking for. I mean,
You know, at that moment, see when that started, right? Just before that, right? In the streets, it was like a garden party. It was like the Jubilee. Everyone had like tables outside with sandwiches, and it was a.
Hang on, Roy. What are you
Hang
talking
on,
about?
wait a minute. Let me just say what's going on, right? And
There was no garden
and
party.
and listen, the leader of the IRA, right? The leader of the IRA, who was standing in front of a bunch of people, did a freedom march, like a you know, like this some freedom march or whatever it was, and then shots were fired. Okay.
Look, the fact is, right, let me tell you
Shots
something,
were
Roy.
fired. But who was that?
No
Jerry
garden
Adams. That was
party.
Jerry Adams leading.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Leading. Yes, it was.
It
Oh,
wasn't.
get out of here, man. You
It was
weren't even.
McGuinness.
No,
It was
no.
Martin McGuinness.
No, it wasn't Martin
Martin
McGuinness. It was Jerry
Yes, it
Adams.
was.
It was Jerry Adams in 1972. Right? I'm telling you now.
And
Right?
I'm
You're
telling
not Irish.
you,
You're not even Irish.
as a
All
fucking
right, go on,
eyewitness,
go on then.
that it was
Go on,
fucking
go on,
Martin McGuinness.
go on your whatever it is you go on.
Anyway, there was no
Yeah,
garden party. What happened and where the army went wrong was they put the wrong troops into that to police that area. They put the paras in there.
What?
Well, the paras are the wrong troops to go into that area to
Look,
police.
the powers are killers. They're put in to kill people. Then they
Well,
don't.
what
they're
did I
not in
just
there to
say? They
Excuse
put
me,
the wrong-
can you get out of the way? They're put in there to kill people. They was put in there to
What
kill
did I
people.
just
Well,
say?
Roy, was there? They were put there to keep people safe. To
Yeah,
protect
exactly. Now, but you see, your average parachute guy will shoot. They're going to shoot, right? They're different to other soldiers.
That is the difficult.
Look, I did Dupes. You're here, you know. I did 2 streams, 3, 4, 5 hour streams with a Republican Irish woman in Jupiter on Bloody Sunday, right? So don't try and catch me out, Roy. Not on this
I'm not
one.
trying to catch
and there
you out.
was no fucking garden parties going on.
Right, there wasn't. No, there was no celebration for the Freedom March.
No, there was a fucking march going on from the bog side onwards. Yeah,
Right, and what was that march about?
civil rights.
Right, there you go. And they had tables out with sandwiches, and they were
No,
celebrating.
they didn't. No, they didn't.
They fucking did. Yes, they did.
They had Martin McGuinness in the middle of them.
And
bless
you,
them.
so you was
They
there,
were on a
and-
peaceful
and
march. Martin
it was a
McGuinness
civil
fired
rights. It
the
was a
first shot.
celebration. It was a celebration.
Oh
And they
my
had fucking
God. This
they had
just tells
tables
me,
out
Roy,
with
that you weren't
sandwiches, and
there.
it
should move on now from.
I don't know why you
Yeah,
don't
we
believe
move on
that.
because, like,
Why-
Roy, this tells me
you
you weren't
question
there.
that?
You weren't there, Roy.
You weren't. You definitely wasn't. You definitely wasn't there. You probably wasn't even born then.
Yeah, you weren't there.
You wasn't born, was you?
You weren't there, Roy.
You
Garden
wasn't born, was
party.
you?
Fucking
Was you?
tea
Hang on,
party.
let's find out. What did you eat? Did you have a sandwich? Did you get any at buffet? Did you eat anything?
I had a chicken
Probably got
tikka
a nail
buffet
sandwich.
and in a kebab fucking roll. It was amazing.
So hold on a minute. I want to have a serious conversation
all the
about
Muslims
this
that
rather
know
than
this.
just arguments, right?
Go on. Luke.
So because I don't know enough about this, so
Right.
I'm always trying to learn about it, but I find it so complicated. So basically, the Catholics were the ones that were oppressed, yes?
Yeah. Well, that's what it felt. But like
At the start, yes, Jupiter.
1972, right? They had a civil rights march, and it was a
Wait
celebration.
a minute. Can I remind you, because I think she may have forgotten. Can you remember when we did those streams with Cam? 3 hour and 4 hour streams about Bloody Sunday, Jupiter.
Yeah, I remember Bloody Sunday and all of that stuff, and I know
Now,
there was
Roy's trying to say they were having parties in the streets that day.
There was celebration.
No, there wasn't.
But there was.
No, there wasn't, Roy.
Well, all right. I stand. I mean, if anyone wants to go on Grok and say, did anyone was anyone celebrating the march? Right, the fucking
on pictures. He's just had a look.
right.
There's no there.
Are you an IRA sympathiser, Roy?
No,
You asked him that already. Oh no, you asked
You
Uber's.
sound like one. You sound like one.
no, I'm not. I was brought up in Dublin. I was brought up with the Irish. I was brought up as an
That
Irish.
don't mean nothing. That doesn't mean anything.
I know my morals. I know where I stand. I'm a Christian.
So
right?
you really shouldn't be
I'm not
like
no,
uniting the kingdom or anything. You stand for Ireland, then, don't you?
I shouldn't be in the United Kingdom. What are you talking about?
Well, you're involved in this uniting the kingdom thing and everything.
Yeah, I am heavily involved in
You
that.
shouldn't be though, because you
Why?
said you know where your morals are and you know where you stand.
Oh, you got no
i.e.
skin in the game.
with
Is he, like,
Ireland.
is he an infiltrator?
Are you nuts? Are you off your fucking head? You're a proper lefty,
This is
ain't you?
where lies get you, Roy. You need to
You
stop.
are a proper lefty.
I'm not a lefty.
Well, you're a hardcore lefty lunatic, mate.
I'm a lefty. Everyone a lefty when he goes wrong.
Are you a lockdown loony? Was you in the lockdown gamers
I
game?
am more right than Jupiter. I am not a lefty. Fuck off.
I think
Will
you are.
reform,
You
will
sound like a
reform, will ref, it's not reform, restore, sorry. It will restore be deporting you when we get in, Roy.
You what, Jamie?
I'm wondering if Roy will be getting deported when Restore gets in.
If I had anything to do with it, yeah.
Well, he's
No,
from Ireland.
I actually know Rupert Lowe personally.
Will
by
he
the
let
way.
you stay?
You-
He knows Rupert Lowe personally.
He's gonna let me off. He's gonna let me off, mate. Yeah, he'll let me off.
He'll let you stay.
Listen, my friend put £1,000 on him. I put £100 on him at 1,000 to 1 to be the
Didn't
next.
I tell you a lot, 1,000 to 1 when we went through the political
A
spectrum.
year,
and
this is a year ago. I swear down, right? This is my legals, right? And he put a lot of money on it. He said Rupert Lowe will be the next elected Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. That's elected. That doesn't mean if
I can't see it being 1,000
someone
to
steps
1.
down or someone steps up, the bet still stands until the election happens. And I reckon, and I believe it myself, Rupert Lowe is going to be the next elected.
Oh, so what you mean if Labour like change their leader whilst they're in power, that doesn't count if the next general election is. Right.
I tell you what I believe, right? And you can
Hang on, how have you found odds of 1,000 to 1? And when I'm on Google, the best I can find is 20 to 1.
There you go.
Yeah, I reckon
This is not a year ago, is it? It's not a year ago.
20 to 1. That's
This
quite
is a
20 to
year
1. I mean,
ago.
20 to 1's quite impressive, isn't it? For Rupert?
Yeah,
Doing
Wendy,
well.
they've overtaken the
Go back to
Conservatives and
1
it's
year.
now an official party.
Oh, but they got less than 100
Right.
votes, Jukes. I mean, that's more about
Right.
the destruction of the Conservative Party, I think, because there's no to compare against. It's insane what's happened there.
This bet is a year old, by the way.
You
Jamie.
ain't got odds of 1,000 to 1. No way. I
1,000
call
to
that
1.
out.
Yeah, 1,000 to 1.
Not a chance. Show me your slip.
1 year ago to
Get your
this.
slip. Show me the slip.
It's probably Paddy Power.
Well, not me. I put £100 on it. I didn't.
Show me
put
that £100 slip, then 1,000 to 1.
Yeah,
It's not
right.
a chance you've got
Look,
1,000 to 1.
Look, no one even knew who Rupert Lowe was. He was a Conservative MP.
You backed and you were a Conservative
Yes.
MP that he'd lead this country 1,000 to 1 before he led a party.
No, not me. I didn't make that bet. My friend made the bet, right? And he said he's going to be the next elected. And I'm like, really? Okay, let me follow this. Let me.
Oh, let's see the slip. I don't believe you.
I went. Listen, everything that he said he was going to do. One of them was Rupert. He said that Nigel Farage. I call him Nigel Mirage, by the way. He's gonna eradicate all the fucking Uniparty members of the Conservatives over to Reform. You know what happened? He took all the fucking Uniparty members of the Conservative Party and brought them to Reform, and that's how he built his thing, right? He also came out and said that he's pro the immigration, and he knows that he has to appease the Muslim vote. Where Rupert Lowe said no, and that's why Rupert Lowe fell out with him in Reform. And Rupert Lowe said, "Look, if you believe that, then I can't be a part of it." And he left. Right, Rupert Lowe left. Now Rupert Lowe wasn't meant to announce Restore until the end of 26, But because the elite have made their move right now, and they've basically told Keir Starmer, 2-tier and a bit quid Keir, to fucking hand the baton over to Nigel Farage and the Green Party, that's where we're going, back to the Uni
Well, that's
Party.
where you should be putting your money, because it's nearly odds on that Reform are going to win a lot of the odds.
People have to pay attention to what's going on, because if we allow that to happen, right, it's the Uni Party all over again. It's the same.
Do you really want to live in a country where the Green Party have got any kind of power? Because I know I don't.
I don't think it will be. I mean, I don't know.
Have you got any choice when it comes to the Pakistani Muslim bloc vote? No, you don't. You have no fucking choice whatsoever. Let me tell you, if you don't understand about the bloc vote, right?
Right, we do understand, right? We do relax.
I understand the way they vote.
I hear
Right.
you. Get up.
Let's get back to the slip. Get back to the slip. 100 to 1. Don't exist, does it, Roy?
What?
That
The
slip.
The bet you're talking about?
Yeah.
What, Rupert Lowe being the next elected Prime Minister?
Yeah.
What?
Because
Sake,
Jamie can only get fined 20 to 1. He can't find 100 to 1.
I'm talking about a year ago listen, a year.
Yeah, but we're saying let's have a look at the slip.
1 year ago, I can't. I don't have access to it, right? But let me tell you, like 1 year ago. Well, let me tell
How are
you.
you going to claim it if you win?
Yeah, how are you going to get your money? Hang on.
It's somewhere. It's either in the shop or it's somewhere. But anyway, look. I'm not going to run around like a cunt now to fucking prove something on the internet, for fuck's sake. I'm talking about 1 year ago, right? When I was talking to my legals and they were saying to me, "This is going to happen, right? This is going to happen," and I'm like, "How do you know?" Okay, look, this is the plan, right? And you listen to that, and everything that has happened, but a little bit quicker than what was planned. Like I said, this was meant to happen at the end of 26 and going into 27, building up to the election, he was going to announce restore. He had to move quickly because the elite have made their move. Are you listening to what I'm saying? Now, they're going to move to get fucking they're going to make their move to get the Green Party, right? That's the Muslim vote, right? Which is massive. Okay, it is very big to go and coalition with.
It's not bigger than the rest of the country.
The Reform Party. Let me tell you, look, if you're not paying attention, then I'm sorry. You know, I'm
Yeah,
giving
but
you
you're talking as though like there's 50 million Muslims in this country. I mean, there's
no. I'm saying there is a significant amount of Muslims that can shift a fucking vote. Believe me.
Talking about voting, right? What about channels that run an echo chamber, right? What about channels, Roy? What about channels that run an echo chamber then? And let's say they're all for one political party. Should they be shut down because they're going to generate a big block vote?
No one should be shut down.
Well, you're saying that there's a big block vote that we all have to worry about, but only one block vote to be focused on. When there's been block voting going on for forever. I mean, unions have been block voting since the Labour Party started. So block voting is a thing. So if we're saying that we have to, the people need to just vote independently on their own, and we put them all. It's weird. It's so weird. It's like saying anyone that runs an echo, shut them all down because we don't want no block voting. It's weird. Don't make sense. It's like, how can you control? You can't control people's votes, and then the votes doesn't go one way. They're like, block voting. It's corrupt. Whereas we've had voting for the Labour Party.
Have you seen what's happened in there?
It's never an issue.
Have you grown up in East London? Have you seen how?
I've never been to it. I've never grown up in East London. I'm from Yorkshire.
Completely fucking taken over.
Who's that? Was that you?
That's
not what the argument is, though. You say block voting.
You're saying the dangers of the block vote. You're saying, "Oh, what's wrong with the block vote?" I'm saying, don't you see it?
You were just arguing that you grew up in Ireland. Now you're saying you were brought
I know
up
he
in
didn't grow up
London.
in Ireland, Dupes. I don't know what he's doing.
I don't know what you're doing tonight. Honestly, I don't, boy.
Well, I grew up in. Look, I'm fucking 60 odd years old, right? I grew up in East London. Of course, I did. I grew up in Belfast in the 70s and the 80s.
No, he grew up in Dublin.
I used to go to Ireland and come back to England, go back to Ireland and come back to England. And what? When for fuck's sake! I went all over that. I just think, fuck's sake, that's a stupid thing to say, man.
You're going to lose it tonight, Roy, if you don't take it as a laugh, man. I think you might be just.
I do take it as a laugh. I enjoy the room. I love the room, Jamie. See you what.
Have you been out today? Have you been a boozer?
No, wait. Dukes has won the fucking award for the best fucking expose of the week, which was that Dino cunt.
Let's
right?
go there then, because I've been debating with
Not...
I am sure this is an old auditor, and the one person will know. Once Marty Blackburn went on an audit Rotherham, and there was a guy there lurking, waiting for him to turn up. He'd seen a post, right? That they were going out, or he anticipated where they were going to be, and we were all really suspicious that this. I remember a lot, right? Since last night we spoke, Jukes. Been thinking about it today.
Yeah,
and there were a lot of confusion on whether, he were there for the wrong reasons. You know, like stalking people, trying to wait for people and stuff like that. I'm going to find out from Marty, but I'm sure that that's that guy. And then people used to go up on audits, and he'd be there.
Wow.
What, that Dino guy?
Yeah, I think he's
saying.
Yeah. Oh, listen, a bit of history with him a couple of years ago when she said,
horrible. He's absolutely
he's a vile bitch, man. I tell you. He couldn't talk to Dukes like that in front of me. I tell you.
Well said.
He spoke to Dukes. Did you hear that? The way he spoke to Dukes.
I went into Taffy's bar, right, and I still couldn't find the outburst. It was a bit long. I skipped through it. I never found the outburst.
Fuck me, man. I'll tell you,
I heard Paul Fort talk about it, and the way he talked about it, I thought, fucking hell, it must have been bad. Paul used it. He said,
it was fucking naughty, bro.
Yeah, and that don't make no sense, does it? Why would he do that? Why
would he do it? When I had a raised pit, I don't know what it was, but he really
got triggered because I had a black husband.
Her avatar triggered him. Yeah.
But I think Paul Thorpe, I can see why he's replied, and he's absolutely furious, and he's more furious that this guy's just grifting off his name, really, and also discrediting everything that they've been working at. And at the same time, all that work that they've done seems to have been for nothing because Restore Britain's come in and took all the glory. So Paul's like fucking fuming. You know, 1 minute he were going to be he were going to stand for Advance, and next minute he's like fucked. So it's a weird thing. I can see why he's frustrated. And what happened was, I think he saw the Advance vote at one of the by-elections. They got absolute fuck all votes, and Paul were like, balls to that shit, I'm out. And then now that everyone's going at Restore, he's really in a difficult position, isn't he? Dino, I don't think Dino's a lefty at all. Paul's fucked off. Paul's fucked off because he's getting called out by Dino, and it takes one to know one. And in my opinion, and Paul keeps saying he's demanding to come on panels and have his say. You're welcome on here anytime, Paul. I won't deny you. But I'm going to call that it takes one to know one, and you're both seeing what each other's doing, and it's driving you both mad. That's all I'm saying. So, it's what it is. It's what it is. He's got one saying he's in China or something. He's in Thailand.
I think it's Dino, isn't he, who says he's in Thailand, married to a Chinese woman.
It's about 11 minutes in.
Well, let's go then.
But no, don't show it because that's Taffy's one. That's Taffy's
Taffy,
one.
11 minutes. I'll check it out.
But it's for you to watch later because you said you couldn't find it.
Yeah, I will do. 11 minutes. I must have gone to because you must have spoke a lot after. Then I thought it'd have been kicked off.
No, he won't kicked off.
No, he ended up just shutting the stream. Yeah.
Oh. Why? Yeah, one's in Benidorm and one's in one's in Thailand. It's
This isn't an international war.
Yeah. Don't you mess with my grift. It's like, you get off my grift. This is mine for the ordinary people. Yes. Roy, did you grow up in Thailand?
Must side out. That's funny. Yeah, we was backstage. Yeah, we were still sort of like in a heated discussion, and then it calmed down, and then we went over to mine, and then he came on there for nearly 5 hours.
Talking stupid, just talking. Ugh. I don't believe that him as a man would dare talk to another man like face to face in that manner. If you know what I mean.
Yeah,
It's
see that from a lot of people on here.
Yeah, not a chance. No.
Yeah,
I'd like to see Liam Tufts interview him.
Nah,
you imagine?
If you're not going to entertain it, ignore it, because he's literally jumped on the right wing grift, and it's started to work for him at the minute. He's only I had a look this morning. Been trying a year with this format of videos. Jumped onto Paul Thorpe and all this drama with Richard Ingham. That's it. It'll be old news in a few months. It's literally no. Yeah, it'll be over in no time. It'll be over before it started, is my opinion.
Oh yeah, it's probably over now, isn't it?
Yeah. There's only so much you can do with them videos, where you well, I'm not saying no to Mark, what it is. But that's why Paul's getting frustrated, because he can see straight through it and he's just getting so mad. He's like, "Ugh." The Dino, he's entitled to make all them videos. He can do what he wants. You can't strike them. He can strike them. Paul could strike them, but it won't win.
Well, that's a loser's game anyway. Because you start striking, they start striking you, and everyone loses.
Yeah, we don't need striking wars.
He says, I won't go that low. And on YouTube, what usually happens is they make up in a week. You'll see a live in a couple of weeks where they're both on screen and they're going, "Oh, for the benefit of the future."
Well, I hope they do, to be honest. I really do hope that's what happens. That
It
people
will.
just
That is
step
what
down.
happen. About another 10 videos, then that'll happen. Yeah.
Give it another 10 videos.
Yeah, that's what'll happen. 10 more videos, load more, and then for you guys, for the community, for the win chats, we're gonna get on.
But this guy Dino X, X. I'm looking at your X.
Good night, Mucker.
Somebody out the fucking Great Escape was called X, wasn't it? Anyway,
Was
this guy Dino, right, Jamie? He doesn't think that a black man, any black man, should ever be allowed to represent anyone in the House of Commons.
Disgraceful. I mean, arrestable in this country. Some of the things he said.
My God, yeah.
And it shouldn't be allowed on. Don't put that on your panels. Dangerous shit. You'll lose. He knows what he's doing. Is my opinion. He knows he's pushing the boundaries. He knows why, and I think he's been a very avid watcher of this scene for a long time. And
yeah, because he starts all these videos with, "Oh, I don't know any of these people. I don't know what they stand for. I don't know this." Yeah, of course you don't.
Hey, thanks for the super chat, Ubers. I'll check out that link in a bit, mate. Thank you. What is it? What is the link?
I don't know.
It's probably about Jerry Adams again.
I'll bet it's something to do with Warren Point.
Yeah. Oh God.
What's set him off tonight?
He were in a great mood earlier. I were on his live with him. He were playing tracks. Red Light is Danger.
Ubers is all right. I teased him.
I know. Yeah.
He were in a great mood.
But he's all right. He knows I don't mean it. Or at least I hope he does.
Has everyone hit the thumbs up, please? Let's smash that thumbs up. Get it up, get it up, get it up. Right, let's have a look at this video. Oh, it's a good one. Mossite says it's a good one. Coat of Many Colours, Dolly Parton. Yeah, I can play this. I've not heard it either. Yeah, this might be interesting, this.
Oh, yeah, I've heard this song.
Have you? Oh, is it a song? It looked like I thought she was going to give us a speech.
No. It's what her mother sewed, a coat of many colours.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's not, yeah.
I've never seen this before. Doesn't she look young?
Oh, she's in Ireland. She's in Ireland.
Oh, it's when she sang a song in Ireland.
Yeah. Oh.
Hey, thank you, Ubers. Oh, does she get arrested? Oh, it might be more to this.
Oh, what did she get arrested for?
Relate to it. So I hope maybe we do okay. You're Steve, right? And you're what?
As loud as I can get it.
Well, I'm someone gave us, and how my mama put the rags to use. There were rags of many colors, but every piece was small, and I didn't have a coat, and it was way down in the fall. So Mama sewed the rags together. She sewed every piece with love and made my coat of many colors that I was so proud of. Why Mama sewed, she told a story from the Bible.
What is this? Some IRA song or something? Has Uber's done me dirty?
No, no, this is not an IRA song.
I hope this coat will bring you good luck and happiness, and I just couldn't wait to wear it, and Mama blessed it with a kiss. In my coat of many colors that my mama made for me, made of different rags that I wore it so. Although we had no money, I was rich as I could be, in my coat of many colors that mama.
Oh, she's singing about pipe bombs, James says.
No, she's not.
She's not singing it's a song she actually released.
And holding both my shoes in my coat of many colors. Well, I hurried off to school just to find the others laughing and making fun of me and my coat of many colors that Mama made for me. And oh, I couldn't understand that, 'cause I felt I was rich. And then I told him of the love my mama sewed in every
What's the
stitch.
guitarist doing?
I told him all that story that mama told me while she sewed, and just why my coat of many colors was worth more than all their clothes. But they didn't understand it, and I tried to make them see. One is only poor only if they choose to be. Oh yes, it's true, we had no money, but I was rich as I could be, in my coat of many colors that Mama made for me. Everybody say, in my coat of many colors that my Mama made for me.
I haven't seen DP tonight, I don't know.
Wore it so proudly. Although we had no money, I was
I think he's happy with the song.
in my coat of many colors that Mama made for me.
He's definitely on something in it, that guitarist. His eyes were popping out of his head.
Well,
He's
I
sweating
guess-
his tits off.
I guess Uber's had a coat of many colours.
Coat of many colours, beautiful. And everyone says she's just a big pair of tits. Not true, no, she's got a great voice on her. Wayne says it was shit.
Who did?
Uber's, get your coat, mate.
We've got DP's #1 fan in, but no DP. He must be gutted. Absolutely gutted. Yeah, those men were mesmerised, weren't they? Yeah, they were.
You couldn't even say the words. You were memorised.
No, that's from you, Jukes. You, mate. It's just you. It's like picture.
Don't you start. When Dino come onto my panel, that's what he tried to start with, flowery language. Trying to make
It's
out.
a low blow. It's a low blow to your husband who doesn't get involved, who doesn't get. It's disgraceful. It's not. Yeah, it's too much. And if you can look at someone and just see colour, that says a lot about you.
It's very strange. All of it was strange.
Yeah, it's strange. Yeah. It is.
Ah, Uber said he did. That's why it brought him back memories. Bless.
Ah, yeah. Yeah,
Some
right
people-
pair of lungs, and you could see she could have given it a lot more welly as well. She had a lot more in tank, didn't she? She did. Yeah, nice. Thank you. Right, what we're doing? Should we do another?
I
half
don't
an hour?
know. Uber's killed the vibe, didn't he? It's like he
Not
brought us all
really.
down
Not really.
to worrying about poverty, I think.
Gamer stayed backstage all night, you know.
Yeah, hasn't he?
Yeah.
As good as anything.
So, what did you think of the Bob incident, Wendy? Did you see it?
What, Bob incident?
Yeah, Bob incident.
Bob, young Bob, yeah. We can't,
that young lad needs to, like, I don't know.
Stay at home.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried
Get a
about
job in the field. Yeah, get a job in the field. You could earn some serious money, or set up, do something like Charlie. You know, do something not on the street like that all the time, because he's such a target at the minute.
Yeah.
Let it die down a bit. Yeah.
Well, it must be bad if you can't go either side.
It's awful, isn't it?
I mean, is he ever going to be employable? He's only 17, and this is going to stay with him forever. What he's doing now.
Wow.
Who's he close to? Do you know? Has he got people close to him? Look.
No.
Well, I think Street Mike said he was going to take him under his wing, but I don't think he listens.
No.
I think that's part of the problem as well.
Well, his parents kicked him out when he started his activism. But we've seen so many of them come and go, haven't we, Jupiter? For one so young, 17, I'm just worried about his safety and concerned for his future. Because, as you know, now companies check up things, what you've been up to and everything when you try to get a job. They see all that. They're not going to employ him.
I think it's worse than that for him. I think he's really at risk of getting a beating. It sounds horrendous, but they're actually looking. They've got targets on people. I can see him. I can see English Ned right up there with them. The ones that are on you, the people that have now become recognisable, the people who are the extremists, the opposite of the extremists, are now clubbing together. They're talking. They're colluding. You can see them looking for people when they turn up, like that guy. What did he call himself? The real Antifa. You know, they're out there now specifically looking for people to target. And young Bob's at risk from it. And it shouldn't be like that. They should be safe out there, but they're not. They're not.
Well, he had a bodyguard, and the bodyguard got attacked.
And that's what I mean. That's why they're proving the point. They're like, he ain't going to stop it. You know what I mean? That's weird, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, Ned's going to end up losing his perm.
Oh, God.
As well as his
you're talking about.
I only had today that someone took him off his head.
He does actually remind you of Ned from The Simpsons, doesn't he?
No.
You know.
Yeah, that Mayor Tusi's getting on my nerves with his clickbait fucking.
Oh, well, what's he doing now? I don't really watch him no more.
Every day.
You know, the last 3 days it's been, Trump's gonna send in troops. You know, as the title, you click onto it to listen to what his news he apparently got. He's not even talking about it. It's got nothing to do with what he's talking about.
What was he talking about then?
He was talking about the fact that they were actually waiting for a bomb to be dropped in the middle of some city in Iran. No troops were mentioned, nothing. And now, apparently, this is what I don't get, right? Trump is now wanting to back off from Iran because he's not willing to put American troops in there.
Or is he a bit off more than
Roy knows more about all that.
More than he can chew, but he's now relying on the rest of the world to go and help him because he's caused a bit of a shitstorm. He's not realised that he's surrounded in mountains. It's literally a nightmare to get in there. And
yeah, but the thing is that a lot of countries have said no.
That's what. So Trump's like, well, fuck it, then we'll just back off.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, how come Britain get involved when they ain't got no fucking weapons, Wendy? It's ridiculous.
We've got, and it's not just weapons; it's our tactical abilities as well. And
we've got a lot
that we've drawn up.
It's not
the knowledge that there's too much. And we should be involved. Everyone needs to be involved to get that route open for the shipping. That's a serious issue that they need to work together on. Britain should be straight in there. That's going to affect us.
Yeah, I mean, we have sent, I think, that Dragon down there, haven't we? HMS Dragon. down to the to that canal.
Dragging its feet. And
we've got aeroplanes or whatever you want to call them flying about. But the thing that gets me is that they say we've got no troops over there. You can guarantee that we've got like the SAS and things like that are over in there. But because so many
in Iran, it doesn't. In Iraq, it were a difficult. This is
this is what
this is 10 times Iraq, and such a more difficult place as well. From what I've seen,
haven't America learnt from Iraq and Afghanistan?
No. Well, they are, because they're going to just ditch and leave them to it now. That's what they'll do. They'll just withdraw.
When I read that Trump is thinking of backing off because he doesn't want to send American troops in, I thought, well, what was the point then?
Naive. He thought he could win it from the air. He thought he could obliterate the regime and in a couple of days get it replaced. He's now realised that the tenacity's out of this world. It's never going anywhere. It's the only way is a ground invasion, but it's just too big. It's just too big, and it's thousands of lives.
And the other European allies have just said no, they're not getting involved.
No, but they'll be pushed to get involved, and that's how the world war will start, because there'll be no shipping, and it'll just erupt. And they're now saying that these missiles that they've got are twice the range that they thought there was, even though Trump only last week said he'd obliterated all the missile capabilities. But not
well, there was a clickbait somewhere, and I can't remember what channel it was, where they were saying, oh, they got missiles that can reach the UK.
I heard that this morning. Potentially, they're saying that it could reach London because of one that they found today, which landed on British and American base. Is that right? There's one that they found an Iranian missile. And where they found it is the same distance it'd take to London or something. I think that's the story.
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah, and we're all supposed to be running scared and hiding under the stairs, but at the
No
end
point.
of the day,
No point.
Yeah, there's no point. If it
you
happens,
can't control it. So I've got my bed and everything under the stairs, and
As long as can it reach Yorkshire? Moving on.
At the end of the day, Jamie, I'm not even going to worry about it. If it
How
happens.
close is to London? Royal catch it.
I mean, what's the point in panicking when you've got about 2 minutes? Where are you going to go in 2 minutes?
You ain't got 2 minutes. You ain't do sod all, can you? Might as well just,
I mean, we have got good air defence that can stop the missiles
That's it,
anyway.
Diego Garcia, that was it. Yes.
Listen, never mind about the missiles. What about the meningitis pandemic lockdown? Anyone talking about that?
Not us tonight.
Anyone talking about the lockdown that's coming?
No, there's more diagnosis of meningitis in September last year than what there is now.
Exactly. But this is silliness about this meningitis.
Is it really? Is it silliness? Have you seen the government reports?
I don't want to see them because
I bet you don't. I bet you don't want to see the facts.
Who's had their MMR?
They're bringing out a vaccine for the meningitis.
Yeah.
They're bringing out a meningitis vaccine, and they're bringing out a lockdown program.
Well, I'll leave that for tonight, Roy. I'm not going to touch on no medical issues tonight. No meningitis.
Okay.
We'll leave
Yeah,
that.
fair enough. Fair enough.
No.
Can we talk about the lockdown or not? Because there ain't going to be one.
Yeah,
I'm not in lockdown. I went out more in lockdown than I do any other time. I went out more in lockdown.
No, you're like my daughter then, yeah.
When they told me not to go out, I went out. I've never been out as much. You can't go out.
Jamie don't get off his soma. So
Oh, no.
because they told
Right,
him he
lockdown
couldn't, he
ended, I'm
wanted
like, how
to.
the fuck I can catch up on this box set now. Buzzing.
No, I know you. You didn't want. You didn't want to go out at all. But
Go
the minute
with
they
it.
told you you can't, you were like,
Yeah,
"I mean,
so
I
you had to
can't."
go out.
And it were great as well, because when you were out, it were all chill. It were all quiet. It were beautiful. Yeah.
So yeah, Idris Elba's a night now. That's good news.
What's that?
Idris Elba.
Is that a drug?
No.
To be honest, Wendy, I'm beginning to lose all interest in the royal family because it's all becoming a farce.
No, I'm talking about Idris Elba being knighted. So he's now.
Yeah, but what's the point in being knighted?
No, he's
Oh, yeah,
Sir
he wants to be knighted.
Idris Elba. Wonderful, great, yeah.
Yeah, I know you like Idris, didn't you?
Yeah.
We've had vaccines for meningitis since the 70s. And then 2015, they started rolling them out for meningitis B. Just saying.
Yeah.
What?
It's nothing new. I'm just saying for the
I can see you, LTG. Yeah, what did he get knighted for? What did he do?
Well, he's a good actor.
No.
He's a fantastic man, and he does a lot for charity and young people, especially people who are running the streets in these gangs and everything. He does a lot for that. Yeah.
What do you mean? He provides the knives?
No, Jupiter, he doesn't provide the knives.
I'm just tormenting you.
Leave Idris alone, right? So
he runs a drop-in emergency at A&E.
Idris was the one who came up with the idea of knives without points.
I've mentioned it, and I think it's a no-brainer that why it's not like that anyway. Because when have you ever used pointy bit on a knife? I don't use pointy bit on a knife. Maybe on a tomato when it's a blunt knife.
Yeah, but when have you ever gone to stab anyone?
No, but in the kitchen, when do you need a pointy knife?
Well, exactly, you don't. You use this thing, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's why are the pointy in the first place?
Like an onion.
Well, only on a not really. If it's on a tomato, maybe, but not an onion. You don't need to, do you?
Do you stab your onions, Angela?
I don't know. Possibly, maybe. I don't know.
Blunt knives could work. I mean, I doubt that. I mean, I doubt that a blunt knife's not going to cut worse than a sharp knife, is it? I mean, I guess it could do more damage because you need more force. It could be more damage. There could be.
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't see the point of a pointed knife. It's pointless. Yeah.
I do. I go around it.
I don't know. There must be reasons why it was pointed.
I'm going to Google it.
I think back in the day they used it like a fork as well, didn't they? They used to just have a knife that used to just carve off the meat and then they picked it up at the end of it.
You know, answer it's given me quite an obvious one. Knives have a point primarily for piercing, stabbing, initiating cuts in material where the blade cannot enter easily. Oh my
God.
What else did we expect to find? Well, but I've never used the point, so it's pointless because I've never used it. So, like I say, other than on a tomato, that is the only time I've used the point.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't need it if you didn't have a tin opener.
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah, zombie knives exactly, and cleavers. There's a lot of others. Yeah. Yeah.
Roy, you do know you're all muffled, don't you?
I think Roy must be steaming tonight. That's all it can be.
I'm steaming tonight. I'm trying to find my fork. I'm trying to eat my noodles, and I'm fucking pissed off about it.
Of all the things to get pissed off about.
What, you're moaning to
I've got to use my
yourself? Is that
fingers.
what we
man,
could
for
hear?
fuck's
You
sake.
moaning? Oh,
Oh, this one, did anyone take part?
Think of it.
Any
Go on.
lefties on panel? Any lefties? Roy, lefties. Angela, did you take part in the left
I can
wing?
identify as a lefty if you want me to.
Have you ever been a lefty?
No.
Have you ever taken advantage of a lefty policy? Have you ever benefited from a lefty policy?
6 weeks ago, he was a lefty and he was at every protest going.
Because I'd argue that we've all benefited
In fact,
massively
you set the
from lefty
protest up,
policies.
didn't you, Roy?
I think we've
The whole
benefited
fucking
massively
movement
from
up,
lefty
for fuck's
policies,
sake.
and
Think
we have
of it.
been damaged by the others, the elites, which have now become, for some reason, the voice of the working class. It's weird. Shafted the working
Yeah,
class
that's
for a
exactly what's
generation.
happened, man.
Shafted them for
That is
generations.
exactly what's happened.
Milked them for all they're worth, and now they're the voice of the people. You couldn't make this shit up. You couldn't.
Yep.
This
So-
is.
I'm
Go on,
sorry. I
Go on.
just wanted to say, because I'm not quite sure if anyone knows, or those pictures of Tommy Robinson's son, are they real or AI? Anyone
Which
know?
one? Which
I
one?
don't know what ones you've seen, but I know that.
I've seen one where he's on a private jet, where he's wearing.
Oh yeah, I've seen him on Instagram
Right, so that's
sharing
when he
Louis
was on
Vuitton bags and
holiday
stuff
over
like that.
a year
I don't know
ago,
if
but
it's
they've
true.
put out a false narrative to it, Wendy.
Yeah, well, why has he got a Rolex watch on now? I mean,
Yeah,
I don't think it's real.
well, anyway, I just want to. I wasn't because, like, you know, you stare at, and I'm thinking, well, you can see it's his son because he looks like
Yeah,
his
but
dad.
then you think about AI, right?
But AI, you never know with bloody AI.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's my
that's what I'm
point.
saying. I don't know what video you've watched, but I do know that there's a video out there where he's meant to be on a thingy that was taken from a holiday snap over a year ago, and they're trying to put a full story to it.
There was once videos going around where he were on with luxury items. They were posting online on Instagram or something with these luxury items. I don't know if it were real or not, but people
I
were trying
don't
to
know
say
about that one.
they were basically say, "Oh, look, this is where all your money's going." But I think it's a bit unfair.
That's
Dragging his
the
kids.
story they're trying to say. Yeah.
I won't be sharing his lad on just date. It's not fair. I won't do that.
I don't know who did it.
Well, I don't think it's wise for the lad to be on Insta sharing all that shit neither. You know,
Why would anyone do that in the first place?
Well, I think people do know I think people who know who done it, and it was the same group that started up all the other narratives, Wendy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, but he's just a young kid. Well, he's 8. I know he's 18, but you know.
In it, Boda. So there was a shoplifting. Activists launch a mass shoplifting spree across the UK. Did anyone see this? They went into supermarkets and just filled the boots, all in the benefit of giving back. Yeah. Take back the power, it says on boxes. Is it right? Should they be doing this?
No.
Or are they overstepping the mark?
Not at all. Overstepping the mark, 100%.
I agree. I think it's a piss take. What should happen? Should they get nicked?
Yeah, they should all be nicked.
You should get arrested for theft. Yep. And have a criminal.
Yeah. But what about the people starving and looking at the billions in profit from these companies that are here to provide us with food, right? These have been given such a privilege by our governments and society. So these supermarkets were able to come into this country, destroy all the shops, kill all the towns, knock down buildings, build these massive supermarkets, and literally dominate the environment which you buy your food. So they should give a bit back, shouldn't they? Especially to the starving.
Yeah, but why should these imbeciles decide who they're going to give the food to?
Yeah. Who are they to decide?
And what about the little old lady down the road who goes down to the shop to buy something and there's nothing there because they've stole it all?
Because they've robbed it all. So you want them to just rob a few, not a lot? Just take a few.
I don't want this country to become that kind of country anyway, where you just go in and steal stuff. I don't want.
Yeah, I think it's wrong.
What do you think could happen if, let's say, a mum or dad went into a supermarket and because they felt shameful, they had a little bit of paper on it and it just said, I don't know, my kids are starving. Can I have some food? What do you think would happen if they gave that to customer service? Didn't say a word. Were totally silent. Just handed that note that said, my kids are starving. Can you help me out?
When an actual PDSA charity will not give a pair of gloves to a homeless person because they got cold hands, which I can tell you actually happened, I don't think anyone likes to give anything away.
Who pays for it, says Fair Trucks? Great question. I would like to see the supermarket street is a little bit fairer. I don't think it's fair for a supermarket to make billions of pounds a year. I don't see why they need to do that, especially when...
But they only make... Yeah, hang on. But we don't get... We're not forced into these shops.
Pretty much are. We used to have town centres where you could go and you'd have choice. You'd go to the butchers, the bakers, the candlestick makers.
Yeah. Right. Years ago,
but now, do you remember when the first came, Wendy? You used to go to the supermarket, right, and you'd have super aisles, pound, 3 for 2, 2 for 1, 3 for... We're all great. Wow, this is amazing. It's not like that now. Now they've got total control. It's 128, 273, 369. It's a load of shit. We're getting absolutely shafted. They're making billions, and they've done it by destroying our town.
Yeah, but if you just allow people to go in and steal, you know, that you're coming up to anarchy then. I mean, you'll get people thinking, all right, we can walk in there and, I don't know, steal 65.
Oh, maybe we could go in there and change the course. Maybe if enough people went in and just went, I tell you what, we don't agree with this, and everyone did it, then prices would have to come down.
That's different. That's different because then the majority of people, isn't it, doing it?
Yeah.
No, because they put the prices up then for their losses, don't they?
No,
They
but
still
the
want
point
to
is
get
they're
their
not going to
money
have
at
any
the top.
profits because it's all getting robbed. It's become that unaffordable. People have just decided, well, I tell you what, then we'll just take it if you want to take piss out of us. Or they can say, all right, we'll stop taking piss out of you if you stop stealing.
But the majority of people don't steal, so it's
No,
people
that's
that
it. The
don't
majority
steal
does.
that ends up getting the
The
prices on
supermarkets
their
are the ones
products.
stealing, in my opinion. They're literally stealing all the money from the country. They're just taking it all.
But we
It's
as people that live here have changed our ways, haven't we? We do things differently now. Like we shop online, we do things so much differently, and therefore it's our habits that have changed rather than these shops.
We have
They've
no
just
choice.
been
We're
they've
given,
accommodated our changing whatever it is called.
the governments were throwing money at these companies to bring these supermarkets in. It were all by design. They didn't just come to do us a favour. They were even giving them money, right, because they wanted them to employ people. And they're like, look, they'll be topped up with universal credit. Come on, we'll help you out. Let's do this. Because there's just so much money and so much profit in it. 20% to government. They're literally there to feed the government. That's what they're there for. That's why there's only 5 of them, so they can easily to control, so that the ministers can just, can you bring in the supermarket heads, please? And they're all there morning after, 5 of them. So it's just a load of shit.
But we
And then the stories come out every year that they're generating billions and billions of pounds, whilst we're constantly talking about a cost of living crisis. You look at how much they're increasing the food. Double. It's not even a 5% increase. You're talking 100% on a lot of items. It's got totally out of hand. Sorry to be on a rant, but I hate it.
Okay, so Jamie, what would you do then?
I would have a staple price on basic items: bread, milk, rice, a limit on what they can be. I'd have the government involved to making sure people don't starve. Instead of having your pound aisle, you'd have a food aisle where we have staple foods at reasonable prices to make sure no one starves. That is the minimum they can do. We should close all the food banks. And we could also have an aisle, which is for people in need. For people in need, with food that's only got a couple of dates left on it, they could have a food bank aisle. They could do so much more to deal with food poverty in this country, and they do nothing. So, well, they do what they do, right? They stick a shitty trolley at the end of the supermarket, and they make us put it in food bank. They make us pay for the donation. So you buy stuff from the supermarket and stick it in the food bank donation box. This is mental. They're taking piss out of us. Yep.
I'm lucky where I live. We get a local farmers market come down once a week. They come from Kent.
Yeah, they do. Revenue isn't profit. It is not. No, just Google, right, Grouch. Just Google Tesco profits last year. It's sickening. And yet it's only a small profit margin. I'll give you that. But the fact it's only a small profit margin doesn't really mean much, because it's about the amount that they're going through. And if they can manage to make billions on a 2% profit, then they might as well give us some stuff for free then, Let's have bread and milk for free. Why not?
No, because it's the way they still want what they can get at the top, don't they? So therefore it's going to be they're going to put that, what they lose in that, what they give for free, they're going to put it somewhere, aren't they? Whether it's on the people where they get it from, like the farmers and stuff, or on the people that buy it, the consumer. So it's nothing's for free. Like, it affects somebody somewhere along the line. It's definitely not them at the top, because they are greedy. You're right.
But I mean, Grouch makes a great point. Yeah. So he says, hang on, no, that it means they can only lower prices by 2%, right? But thinking about it, it don't match up, Grouch, because they've got, like, I read it, Tesco, I think they made 3 billion, I think. And I thought, right, hang on a minute, something's wrong. If we've got people starving and one of the supermarkets can make 3 billion, something needs to be done. That does not add up. And then I look, and I knew this is true, because I looked at the profit margin and it was tiny. I thought, right, yeah, tiny profit margin. But collectively, it's not tiny. How do you do you reduce it just by a percentage? Because that doesn't help any of us. Something going down by 0.1%, that's not going to help anyone. That's an interesting point, Grouch. So good. Give me some thought there. I think they should be using it then. That's a great point. So they use more of the profits to help deal with the food poverty issue. That's maybe something they could do. Get more involved in giving back. Yeah. Who mentioned supermarkets? Oh, me. I'm taking it off. Yeah. Do you think they all do? They all get together and agree what they're going to charge? Because it should be. They should all be in competition with each other, and we should have it the best it's ever been. We should have Morrison's doing an offer on a Monday for milk for £2, and then on the Tuesday, Asda should be coming in with a national advert that says milk's £1 to try and compete with each other. But that's not happening. Not really. Not really. But that's what they're saying. What they're doing is to a certain level. It's all colluded. It's like we won't go to this. You know.
No, on Uber Eats they do. Honestly, on Monday,
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. On Monday they do. I can't get it because it's not Monday. Fucking hell, I'm such a twat.
Yeah.
But yeah, on a Monday they do like say half price for fruit and vegetables and stuff like that on Monday. Say from Sainsbury's or Co-op or something like that, and then on the Tuesday they'll do whatever on the next day and stuff. But, yeah.
How easy is it to boycott your local supermarket? Let's say you don't drive. What you doing, gas pipe? Where you going? You getting on bus? What are you going to do? How are you going to boycott your local supermarket if you need to go to the supermarket? Because all your town's gone. So where else are you going to go? It's not as easy. We just don't use it.
Well, there's other shops apart from supermarkets.
For some there is, but there's not. No, I think it's quite limited though, isn't it? Where you're going. I think it's only going to get worse.
Well, I don't use them anyway. I get my own mine delivered. I can't be doing with going into supermarkets.
There's more Aldi's than Tesco's. Is that true, is it? More Aldi's. They're starting to take piss as well. They're not off the hook, gas pipe. Them Aldi's. No.
Yeah, and the other one, what's the other one called?
Lidl.
Yeah.
No, they.
I thought you would have been a Waitrose, Wendy.
Well,
You're posh, Wendy.
I don't go to supermarkets, dupes. I can't be dealing with it, love. So I get my stuff from, yeah. I really couldn't face going in a supermarket. No. Because people use it as a social event. Stand there in the middle of the aisles with 3-4 trolleys having a conversation. What's to talk about? Just go in, get your food, and get out again.
I liked it when they used to do 24-hour shopping. You can go in the
Me
dead of
too.
night.
Me
But they
too.
stopped
I
all
loved
that
it.
after COVID, didn't they?
Yeah,
I don't know. Have they stopped that then?
Yeah, I went up to Asda the other month and it was shut. Or about 1 in the morning, I thought. And it were all shut. Yeah. You used to be able to go and climb over all boxes while they were filling shelves. It were great.
Basically, you're a posh old bird who fucking phones up the geezer and go and get your shopping.
Ocado, something like that. Ocado, I think it's called.
Yeah. Hello, Carlo. Go and get my fucking shopping.
These are the big ones. I heard on radio.
Giving it Jack the biscuit. Fucking sick of it.
Thank you for having me.
All right, Angela, we are wrapping up soon. Thank
Bye-bye.
you. We're out.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You don't get ticking Tesco's.
Yeah, years ago, that's what used to happen. You know, when you said, what about poor families? Years ago, that's what you'd go and tell them, wouldn't it?
Yeah, they get
stay until Friday.
Yeah. I remember that joke where on the thing and he went and his wife died and he's telling the shopkeeper she's died and he's like, well, she owes me 20 quid. And he's like,
Oh, yeah. Or you'd get sent to the shop with a note, didn't you?
Alf
From your
Garnett,
mother.
20 quid one.
Mm.
Let's have a look. Alf Garnett.
Oh, yeah. Isn't it Precious? The Alf Garnett and Precious, I think.
I think I found it.
They go into the shop and the little Indian guy's more bothered about the bill.
Yeah. And his wife's just died and he's thinking, what about me tick?
You missed the blinding stream yesterday, Wendy. You missed Reese.
Reese?
Oh, funny.
Wow, that was hilarious. Man.
Who's Reese? I don't know.
People
Reese.
loved it. I've kept it up. I might even clip
Where's
it. You
Pop Star, Wendy?
I'm signing
and
him
the
up.
TV star. TV star, pop star, and what else? Or something
Reese
else,
is a pop star.
Excellent.
When you think about it, though, it's quite prophetic, really, isn't it?
Pretty comedy, that is.
What do you mean?
Well,
In just literal terms, wanting the few quid when she's died.
no, what I mean is, all the elderly white people, everybody else is in the NHS, the services, nicking all the other jobs. Yeah.
Oh, classic. Ubers is going live. If anyone wants to a live to continue this on, head over and visit Under a Blood Red Sky. He'll tell you about Warren Point and others. Hey, what you Ubers? He'll be on one tonight.
I'm not going over to talk about Warren Point.
Earlier on, didn't he? He got a bit fucking.
You could go over, Roy, as a fellow Irishman. Give him some support.
I do support him. I think he's a lovely fella, but I mean, to deny that
Irish people should stick together.
To deny that cunt was the leader of the IRA was just that kind of blew me up, to be honest.
Are you sure?
High Court, Roy?
Hmm?
Are you sure he wasn't just saying that he never admitted to it, Roy?
Yeah, it is what it is. Right, I'm out. Thank you so much for joining, Jokes, Roy, Wendy. Thank you. Love.
See you all later. That was a bit sharpish. He needs to go and leave.
I'm out.
Waiters, everyone.
God bless everyone.
Yeah, we can debate it. He's saying, get over and debate it. Yeah. What is the topic, Ubers? People want to know. What are you actually going to be talking about? They might drop over. Drop your link again. Drop it in. Thanks, everyone, for joining. I don't want to keep it going. I'm going to go on Rust. Floyd, what you on? You might get in touch with Floyd. Right, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you so much. I'm out.